And we are back with another episode of Wild Beyond the Witchlight, the Jumping Junipers. Last session, you guys explored a little bit of thither in hopes to find your way back, and you ended up meeting Buffont, Lord Buffont Merryweather, who traced Baird all the way back from gathering some ingredients. And yeah, there was much rejoicing, as it seems this is an old friend of yours, Baird. The chicken came from your farm. In fact, it was Notus was the one who even named it. And yeah, they're happy to see you, although a little bit confused as to why they're here. They were following a load of other critters that were eager to find the webbed place, which now is known as Fablerise. This is a place where stories are told and weaved, and you got to follow these critters into it and meet Yarn Spinner, who turns out to be an archfey of what's known as a domain of delight. They're sort of like pocket dimensions within the Feywild, and this one is situated right next door to Prismere, it seems. And he's been gathering all kinds of inspirations from the tales and adventures of characters here within that realm. And as he finished spinning his yarn, he got to talking with you guys and explained, yeah, there is a bit of a situation. Yarn Spinner's realm has been infested with creatures, and the infestation has grown deep below Fablerise. There's a giant pit in the center of his realm that leads into darkness. And he said that's also where Will was last spotted. They tossed down the typesets and ripped up and shredded the last pages of his story, the boy who refused to grow up. And yeah, after that, Will was never really seen of again. Unfortunately, those typesets are important and integral to creating more books, and it looks like these little spiderling scribes have been working absolute overtime. Normally, the typesets help with the printing press, and that's what allows them to sort of churn out more books in every sort of language. And they said if you wanted to get a little bit more information, then you can always speak to Vulgate. He is the translator. So, yeah, you were also discussing potentially having a long rest, and Yarn Spinner said that they have many little spider webbed huts on the east side of Fablerise that you can just take as shelter. So you got your own rooms effectively. But yeah, that's where we left off.
So we also reunited with
Juniper!
Oh, Juniper, yeah, how could I forget? You faced off against the Jabberwock. Yeah, and of course, Juniper was a lot bigger than you last met them. Seems they've done some growing up here, and they've perhaps even traveled the realms. It looks like they are maybe some sort of courier, or there's a sort of noble-looking chariot, but no rider. You believe they belong to like an elven house from Silvery Moon. Unfortunately, you fear the worst for that rider's fate, as there was bloodstains on the ground, along the trees, and on that flag that was at the back of the chariot. And Juniper seemed very upset about the whole ordeal, but still very happy to see everyone here. And so it's just been following you around for the time being.
All right. Juniper
so yeah, that's where we left off. Juniper and Mischief. Mischief seems a little disinterested, but Juniper is definitely making their attempts to be friendly and meet everyone. They seem to still have that childlike curiosity they had when they were young. So when Juniper kind of maybe goes for a nuzzle, Mischief just sort of leans to one side. Like pushes them away with their tongue.
All right. So we gotta go talk to someone, right? We're supposed to talk to a guy about the hole. Forgot his name.
Fulgate.
Fulgate. Who is Fulgate?
Where's Fulgate at?
Was it this one?
Yeah,
blue
he's
one?
over here.
Ah.
All right. Let's go.
Yeet.
Come on,
Alright.
Goltik. Chris, when you get the chance, can I get a Vaike 2, please?
Can I get a Vaike too? Yes. Sure. I think the last one got slapped by the Jabberwock.
It did, didn't it?
You got Jabberwocked.
He did. Knock knock. Wait,
Alright.
no, I gotta do it 8 times, right?
3 times should be enough.
Knock. Okay, there's 3.
Alright, so let me see what's inside this little area. Okay. What do we got? Alright, so this structure, like all the structures in Fablerise, is intricately woven from fine spider silk. Inside, a giant arachnid occupies the space. His relatively large body sort of floats behind 3 desks where his tall, sprawling legs spread out across the room. Without looking up, he works frantically, writing 3 manuscripts simultaneously in 3 different languages. And you hear him say, I have 26 books to write in 17 languages. I don't have time to talk. If I stop, who will do this work? No one, that's who. I've lived longer than Yarnspinner himself. No one else can do this. Now, leave me be.
Mr. Yarnspinner told us you could help us prepare for the journey down the hole, so we could help find the typesetters.
Oh, of course he did. Right. He pops down some of the quills, like just his glasses. Well, welcome to the House of Many Languages, then. I am Yarnspinner's translator. And like most spiderlings here, I work day in, day out, making copies of Yarnspinner's books. You can see numerous banners hang on the walls, featuring different alphabets from all kinds of exotic languages.
Does he have Elvish?
Yes, he does.
This guy's the real deal. A whisper to Ulric.
Are they comparable? Like, as in, like the way the language structures are. Like if I was to copy down all these posters next to each other, would I maybe be able to use it to help me translate later?
Yeah, you might be able to help. Well, knowing the alphabet doesn't necessarily help you translate something necessarily, but you know what I mean? Like, you
That's
just have
fair.
the alphabet. You just have but you'd still need the
That's fair.
knowledge of like how those words work. He says, right, well, what would you like to know?
He said there was something dangerous? Question mark.
Yes. There's an infestation.
Of?
We need to germinate this place, really. Well, they're from what I understand, some sort of zygentoma.
Excuse me?
Can
you say that in common?
Notus? What's a Zygentia?
Bless you.
Zygentoma. It's
Gesundheit.
okay. Well, yeah, I think Notus might have the only chance of knowing what this is. You can roll a nature
Oh.
check, Notus.
Oh, okay.
Because you got the brain cell. So
Oh, okay.
Can you repeat it in common for me, sir?
Hey,
Okay.
Oh,
not bad. You know what? The person with the bug mask actually knows their insects. I will.
oh,
I'll whisper you. Here you go.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
oh.
It's a type of bookworm.
Is it,
oh,
they're silverfish. Oh my god.
Indeed, yes. And I'm afraid that they've invaded our little nest here. Probably built quite a few catacombs deep within the underground of Fablerise.
is that why there's a hole, or is the hole like normally here?
Oh no, the hole has always been there. Fablerise is built on lost ideas and discarded things. It's the natural order of things. If you venture down the cobweb catacombs deep enough, we'll probably see skeletons from the beginning of time.
Baird thinks about it. Then he looks at Ulric, and then he thinks about it, and then he looks in like looks towards the hole, and he thinks to himself, wondering if maybe some of the items that Ulric's curse has taken have ended up in this hole.
Mm.
Books are precious things, but paper doesn't last forever. The library has been infested with those bookworms, as you put it. Chewing away on every page that's discarded down there. And
Usually,
they've grown rather
bookworm-
large.
How large?
Large enough to prove a threat to several spiderlings. We sent a few down there looking for the typesets, and they never came back.
Hmm. You have any ideas of something that they would be drawn to, or would deal with them well?
Well, they must obviously be attracted to the paper, but as for fighting them, I suppose, well, you've looked like you've got quite a number of through your party. Just don't get surrounded, I suppose.
Baird
Yeah,
thinks
look,
to himself, I
You've
guess.
got quite a hard.
You think some poisonous words set on paper might be something that could deal with them?
Poisonous words? You mean like curse words?
Yes. Curse words.
You mean swearing?
Well, that's. I don't usually add profanities to the books, but I suppose that's worth a shot. So, most interesting idea.
If it's an infestation, usually setting poisoned bait is a good place to start.
You might be onto something, actually. You see, the stories told in Fablerise aren't just stories. Fiction is only a matter of perspective. To the characters, their lives are very real, as well as the things in them.
See?
So it's possible that writing about a poison, or as you put it, poisonous words, might very well act as a real poison.
I mean, as the great bards would say, all the world be a stage, and all the life be a play.
Wait, so does that mean I can't
Indeed.
jump down the hole and squash the bugs with my boots?
You can jump
Oh.
down the hole and squash the bugs.
Someone will need to go down there to retrieve the typesets. So yes, squash away.
Yep.
Well, perhaps setting out some poisoned words or books overnight might give us an edge in the morning.
All right. I'll need some potty mouths to help me come up with some poisonous words.
Vaike,
Ooh. Yup. You don't even have to say it. Let's go. We got this.
All right. He pulls out a blank piece of paper and a quill. What do we start with?
Oh.
oh, you mean curse right now?
Like right now, you want me to start cursing?
like around everyone right now.
Yeah. I thought we were gonna fade to black and we were just gonna
Sorry if I'm putting you on the spot there.
No, no. It's it has to be like more natural. Here, Ulric, hit me.
Okay, I'll like step on his foot real hard.
Well, I'm wearing yeah, you step on iron boots, so it doesn't do anything. No, you gotta hit me.
Oh shit! Oh,
Hey, can Garrett
yes.
stick up behind Vaike and jab him like right in the kidney, like a spot where he got hit one time in the haymaker? That just it's a sore spot. It's Vaike's weak spot.
Whoa.
Sure.
I don't have any. And then you hit me in the ribs. Fuck.
Yes.
What was that for?
Defecation. Of course, defecation and intercourse. Classic words. Although I can't say what effect they would have on the Zydentoma. Maybe they would be put off by the smell of these words. Or maybe they'll just get horny. Who knows?
Maybe.
I guess
Wait, that's
there's
bad. Look, I'm saying we just gotta go down there and stomp on them, right?
Well, what poisons do you know of? Any real life poisons?
There was that
There
one health
is-
potion.
Apathy.
Yeah.
That was the health potion. That was actually Ulric.
Nightshade. Nightshade.
Oh,
Deadly
Nightshade.
Nightshade.
Oh, could you describe the sensations, the tastes of it?
Oh, Ulric is the
In greater
master of
detail.
taste.
Oh yeah, so there was this real. It was comforting. It was almost like sweet. It was not too smooth. It was smooth, and then it was like daggers, like
Oh.
knives, and then it was like burning, like throughout my whole body, and I felt my heart stop, and then I don't think I died, and then I woke up.
Interesting. Yes, most poisons taste sweet. Undetectable. Discreet. All right, yes. He starts scribbling down ideas and writes your story as you tell it. And then hands the page. Well, actually, I guess he's going to have to write up. He says, I'll continue this. Write a whole book about the experience here.
Vaike,
As much as I can.
Vaike, there was a time that you collapsed at the.
Oh, the cinnamon cookies.
No, I'm allergic to cinnamon. I don't think that's gonna affect these
Allergies.
guys. Yeah, maybe we can make him sneeze.
He starts writing down allergies with another ink and quill.
Yeah, make sure you put cinnamon cookies on there. That's gonna really help.
Oh, Bavlorna
Alright,
is
alright.
allergic to Wittershins.
Yeah, do some circles on there as well.
And the unicorns back in the
He's-
carnival said
What?
things about that End doesn't like eclipses or something.
Yep, eclipses, put those on there. Yep.
Superstitions, all right. I'll add that
Bugs,
to the mix.
bugs don't like birds. Put some birds on there.
I have a thought.
Hmm?
You
Hmm?
said like poison, right?
Just the one?
What about
Yes.
if you, like, Mischief can make poison in his mouth? What if you put some of that in the ink and just write?
Oh, mischief saliva.
Right, yeah. And ruin perfectly good ink.
Just thought you could literally poison the words.
Hmm. Mischief hears their name being called, leaps over the hole,
Don't fall in.
lands here. Ah, right.
You don't have to.
Fine. He hands out like a near empty inkwell, and Mischief starts dribbling into it. You can like squeeze his tongue, Notus, if you want, like drain it of all its poison. And yeah, I guess he mixes it together. This is very uncouth, but well, he starts like writing with this slimy ink.
Baird will also speak up and say, "There's also the idea of poison words behind someone's back, like the way that the Hourglass Coven speak of each other behind each other's back."
Hmm. I would need some help writing that. But I think I know what you mean. Jan Spinner has been gathering a lot of inspiration from them recently. I think he wrote a story about their evil ways. Unfortunately, Jan Spinner has run out of his own original ideas for a long time. He's always looking for new material.
I see. You said something about the
You lot seem to be in abundance of interesting events, shall we put it, though?
I could talk with him about our adventures. I was trying to make my own story. Maybe they can help.
Well, yes, excellent. Good idea. I'm sure Jan Spinner will be up all night, scribbling away. You'll probably find him at the back of the hall there.
The oratorium?
Yes, that's right.
Theater. Oh.
That's usually where he'll hang out. In the meantime, I think you've given me enough material to get started.
You're welcome.
You can feel free to stop by the printing press if you want to detail the exact typesets that are missing.
yeah, Baird will
Just so that you know you've got them all.
Yeah, Baird will walk over and check on that to see what's missing.
Okay. Yeah, so in this little area, what do we get? The printing press. So, yeah, the silk structures mostly void of spiderlings. There's maybe one or two hanging about. And yeah, you see the huge printing press, a device that holds trays with metal typesets, each representing a character in the common tongue. But the typesets are like mostly scattered and disorganized. And these two spiderlings are trying to you see them kind of like scratching their head and trying to get them all together. And one of them looks up at you. Oh, hello. You
Howdy.
need help, right? Hi.
Yes.
You ever had like a collection of things and there's just like one missing from it? It's awful.
Yes.
Like imagine you got like a dice set and you're just missing the D8. It's the worst.
What's the D8?
A D8.
I believe it's the one that you've eaten already.
It's the dice which holds the most power over fate.
Normally that's the D3.
I like. No, no, no. It's the D-Fate.
The D-Vaike.
Fake
Compared with the-
D-Fate.
Can Baird look at the organization of these typesets and see if he can make any sense of it? You said it was in the common tongue.
Yeah. So there's like a long row of small shelves takes up the back wall. Various typesets are supposed to be stored in each hole, but many are empty. And looks like the printing press hasn't been used for a long time. Lot of cobwebs everywhere. But then again, that could just be the spiders. It looks like it's still operational, but yeah.
We're going to look for the missing typesets. If you have an inventory.
Yes, yeah. We've been trying to figure out which ones are missing. And he kind of has a long list. He picks up off of one of the barrels of ink and like hands it to you. Oh my. As he lifts it off the barrel, you see the lid kind of like wobble and shake suddenly.
Hmm?
Can I see what's going on there?
Yeah, there's actually like looks to be a small spillage right there,
Can I
leaking from this barrel, and
press the
yeah, you can
digitate?
go up to it.
Squirts. Where's Squirts?
Press the digitate. Okay, as soon as you do that, you hear like a kind of gargling sound, but you don't quite understand.
Notice.
Yes, I've noticed. Yeah, Notus. Notus is nearby. You can call them over.
She can talk to elements.
Kind of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Give
kind
her a
of.
wide berth,
Um,
though. This way around.
You see, as you're approaching, Notice the barrel that Bear just cleaned up suddenly spits back out ink and leaks it onto the floor. And Jack's like, huh? That a boggle? Yeah, I'm gonna get back. Notice, meanwhile, you hear the gargling sound. Does sound a lot like, well, I would say Aquan. And yeah, that's a dialect of Oran.
Mm-hmm.
So you do understand it, and it's saying, ouch, ouch, hey, you don't mess up my spillage. This is my ink. Yes. My ink now. New home. Isn't that right? You hear other kind of gargling sounds coming from the ink barrels. The young spiderlings like start kind of panicking and running out. I don't know what that is, but it's spitting out more ink.
You say it's your ink. Why are you spitting it on the floor?
We like the mess. We gotta spread our mess everywhere.
Yeah, but if it's on the floor, it's not yours anymore. You're literally giving it away.
What if I am the floor?
But you're not the floor.
You start to see you start to see out of this puddle something rises up out of it, and it looks very much like the mud methods that you encountered before. Except, yeah, they look much more like dark black and inky.
You are not the floor.
I'm on the floor.
That doesn't make you the floor.
I make the floor slippery.
I mean, if you're the floor, then I can
Look.
stand on you.
Yeah, go ahead, try that.
No.
It suddenly flattens down, gets right underneath your feet. You gonna make me like a deck save?
Can I not just hover off the floor?
I mean, yeah, if you cast some levitate, yeah, but it sort of surrounds you.
What am I rolling? Sorry.
Deck save.
Dexterity save.
You're good at these, unless you're rolling out one.
Hmm.
Oh my. Okay. Well, the ink completely surrounds you, slips, and you see several more inky methods emerge from the barrel and basically dogpile you, covering you in ink, like basically staining your hair, your clothes.
I can't tell the bloody difference.
I guess not. No. I guess it would just be a lot darker.
Why?
I just
Are
look
you-
at bed and I'm just like, where's that dust of drying?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
that's trying. Oh no. I pull the bucket up and I go, why are you all here? Looking to Notus to translate, and he goes, why are you all here? What are you doing? What's going on?
They speak in the common tongue back at you, and then halfway actually switch to actually one of them speaking in common, one of them speaks in Elvish, and another one speaks in Sylvan. All languages that you understand, actually.
No,
And they say, in a weird voice, like, "We are here. We are everywhere. You hear us. You see us. We are on the page. We are in the air." We are here because of your kind. You created us.
stories?
And we are the very foundations of all stories.
Oh, words. I understand.
And they say that in like multiple different languages.
To be fair, earlier he said he was the floor, so I maybe wouldn't trust what he says.
We can be written on the floor. We can be anywhere.
So, what are words
And
doing?
even be the wind. What are words doing? This place is fallen into disrepair. So we help. We help make.
Mhm.
And you just see them sort of splash themselves onto the printing press.
I see. So,
You can roll insight checks on these guys, both Notus, Baird, Garreth, you're here, I guess. You can roll insights.
Imagine me and Ulric are figuring out the best way to jump into the hole. So I think, like, if I land with my fist on the ground, like, it'll, like, cushion the fall.
See, but I think if you just did like a backflip like into the hole and then did that, I think it would add more effect to it, you know?
You're so right. Goltik, what do you think?
Oh, right, yeah. I think we should get out our swords. We should jump onto the sides and like cut our way down through the web, like holding onto it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, I
and
think
then
that's great.
and then land with the fist on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah, 3-point landing.
Hell yeah. Now, let's practice. I'm
All right, yeah. Glottic stabs his sword into the wall, and, like jumps down, like yeah, and then rips a hole in the heart of
Oh my
Volgate's
God.
little home. What are you doing? No, get out, bad frog! And just turns around and shoots him with his web. Well, oh. Meanwhile, Garreth, are you? Yeah, you're still whispering your rolls, by the way.
Am I?
14
Oh.
and 16.
All right.
Yeah,
wait.
it looks as though you've seen Jack when he gets bored. He usually starts causing mischief unless he's given like something to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it very much feels like the same here. With this place being in such disrepair, they've become, I guess, agitated and bored, and are causing whatever mischief they can, just because it's something to do. Like if you've lost your purpose, you would also sort of create chaos. Another moment that chaos seems to be to splash everything and anything with ink. Absolutely making a mess.
Would you all be alright if we retrieve the tight sets and if you can do your job again?
Yeah, you can roll a persuasion check. Or I guess Notus, if you've got the dust of dryness, you could roll intimidation as well.
Mm.
I don't think I'm very intimidating, but
Oh, you would be with the dust of dryness.
I don't know. It's pretty good to me. Yeah, I think as soon as you pull out the dust, they absolutely back up off of you. They hide into the barrels, pull the lid down,
Mm-hmm.
and the one that's sort of left trying to scramble back in after the other two have shut the door on him. They're left kind of cornered
I'll politely walk over
on the
and
table.
open the lid for him so that he can get in.
They pause, looking at you, almost as if expecting some sort of trick, but they look back at you and gargle. Okay. Yes, you get the typesets. We will be happy to print some more.
You are very dutiful.
Feels strange talking directly to you anyway. But I guess talking is what we're made for. We should talk more often. Awkward laugh, and then jumps back in the barrel.
In the barrel you go.
Spiderlings look back in the room. Is it safe?
Yes, they're just antsy about not being able to work. Is there any remaining
Ants? We've got ants now?
No. They just want to be able to do work again.
Oh, I see. Understandable. The other one's like, so, yeah, you're looking for 8 bags of different typesets.
8 bags.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Look towards Garreth. It would be 8 or 3, huh?
Why couldn't it be 3?
Why does it?
As it happens, we sent down 8 little spiderlings looking for them, but they haven't returned.
Do they have
Well-
names, like, in families?
Oh,
They think for a moment, actually, when you ask that. And they say, you know what? It's the strangest thing. I can't really remember their names. That sounds bad, doesn't it?
Uh-oh.
Bear just has this like look on his face like
I could never imagine forgetting one of my friends.
wait. Do you have names?
Yes, I am Spiderling Scribe 1. This is Spiderling Scribe 2.
oh,
Yarn Spinner doesn't even name you guys? You just all numbers to him?
Oh,
That is a name.
I would never just name something the same thing and put a number at the end of it. Who would do that?
Vaike 2 looks at you and like they're like exclaiming with their hands wide in the air, but they have no voice. They just like
Not now, Vaike 2. I don't care that someone fell down the well.
They seem a little bit perplexed by the whole conversation, and maybe they can like scratch their head for a moment. And what's important is the work gets back underway, and the typesets are retrieved.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Good luck down there, and watch out. Obviously, something probably big and nasty ate the spiderlings. And then the other one's like, "You don't know that. They could have been just lost. It's catacombs down there. It's tunnels for days." Oh.
Thank God we have an Ulric with us.
Do you have a map?
Oh, no. They shake their heads. No, that place is for lost and discarded things. The map of it probably got lost and discarded too.
Oh,
Baird is Baird still has this look of like, oh.
Probably impossible to map something that's lost or discarded. Because then it wouldn't be lost.
wait.
It would go against the very nature of the catacombs.
Wait. Lost. Discarded. Hmm.
Well, good luck down there. And they skitter away. And your last thing to check out, I guess, is the little writing room. But that's up to you if you want to do that.
I believe we
Let's just,
did take a look in there before. He showed
Yeah,
it
you had a
to-
little look.
Little peek.
Let's have a quick. Yeah, open door to this structure reveals a bustling activity with 8 spiderling scribes working non-stop, tediously copying books and manuscripts page by page. In the corner, a large hourglass keeps track of the time, while a supervising scribe barks out orders. Keep writing! Tired? Switch hands! These books aren't going to write themselves. Guests. Apologies for being rude. Without the printing press, we can't keep up. All we do is copy manuscripts. We used to have free time. Not anymore. You haven't seen any lying around, have you? Stolen tape sets? No?
We're going to be looking for them.
Ah, great. Great. He looks back at one of them. He's like turning their head to listen to the conversation. Hey, no slacking. Get back. Comes back over. Starts berating another poor spiderling. Where are those two skivers?
The what?
Yeah, there's some skivers. There's the you see the ones in the printing press like trying to sneak away
Ah.
stealthily. Oh, you! There you are! Like shoots a web out to several spiderlings, drags them back in. No! We've been typing for so long. Sat back down on their stumps. Ah, there. Damn it! Still missing one. If you see any spiderlings hiding around here,
What's that one?
Garrett, you're just gonna snitch on him like that?
he starts running away.
Wait, it needs to be 8. There's 7.
Go-
7 is
Go
an
for it,
unlucky number.
Spiderling! Run! I'll stop them.
He starts running away. Garreth.
I'll
try and capture
interpose
them?
myself. No, let him be free. That's Jared. I'm naming these guys. That's Jared, and he's free.
Jared!
Mischief looks at them, licks their lips for a moment.
Yeah, Mischief, please contain yourself.
It's a friend, not food.
This boss spiderling just looks perturbed. Well, the work's not going to do itself. He sits his butt down on one of the logs, and then like shouts to himself. All right, get to work now. Hits himself on the back of the abdomen,
I'm
like a
glad
lash.
I'm glad that their work is his work.
Yeah. Anyways, that's them. That's those
Garreth,
little fellas.
Notus, if going down there makes people forget you, we might want to prepare more than we thought.
Prepare how?
Some way of... We don't know what's going to be down there, but if... We don't know if going down there will affect us.
I mean, I don't need convincing to not go down there. It's fine.
No, I mean, we need to go down there, but... We should do something, like...
Oh,
Vaike's tattoo.
I have an idea. It might take me a few minutes, though, or a little bit longer. I could literally sew everybody's name on their clothing, like a parent would a child at school. So then if we forget, we can at least remember each other's names. Like those name badges. Hello, I am name.
That could work if everyone is up to it.
You're telling me people are going to forget me?
yeah?
We don't know. But the other
Alright.
spiderlings went down, they forgot something about them.
Ulric, you still got the face paint?
Yeah.
Can you just write Vaike? Can you write Vaike on my forehead?
We should wait until we get up in the morning, but
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I'm just saying we should be prepared.
No, yeah, makes sense.
If
Hmm.
Oh.
Oh, Squirt. Hello.
What's up, Paul?
Yeah, Squid swinging around. Paul comes out and is like, you there, little one, with the clawed hands. You look like you could hold an ink and quill. You want a job?
Whoa,
Oh, no.
Picks up a quill and his claw snaps it in half.
A little heavy-handed there. Never mind, actually. Need someone with a stick. Hey, what are you doing on the stack of papers? You see Jack is trying to steal a whole wad of papers. Sounds like you're volunteering. Move that stack of papers over there.
Oh no. Oh no, I'm falling! Jumps through
Falling?
the
All
hole.
right. I'll catch you. He fires a web at the wall, and then Jack disappears. Take me with you. Spiderling tries to jump through.
It only works if he puts them through.
Oh, damn. Again, like hits the wall. Now you gets dragged away, puts back on the bench. back to work. Squirt says, "Hey, I can help. I'm pretty nifty at using
write?
inks. I have a finger." And he kind of like gestures with the top of his head. It's like a quill. Great, you're hired. Sit down there.
The
Um,
bar
wait,
is so low.
Did we not
We
just
could
discuss?
have-
Did
we
we not
should
get to
probably
discuss
have-
pay? Have we got
We-
dental?
We should have everyone.
Wait, do you have teeth?
Nobody's
We
got
should
dead
probably
anything.
have anyone who's in danger.
It's dental. Oh my god, yeah, it's dent. This for dents in the can.
Oh, that.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Holy crap. Oh, I didn't even realize I made that joke. Jeez, that's it's just writing
Battle
itself.
Fate, we could have some of the others stay safe up here while we deal with the problem.
Oh,
I'm sure that
sorry, yeah.
Hmm.
sure that Spurt and Clapperclaw aren't the best suited for Baird looks at the hole.
Dental.
I guess Clapperclaw could easily come. We can always restuff them, but
We can leave Squirt up here.
I mean, we're jumping in big, strange holes again. It seems like a common thing with you guys.
Oh yeah. If we ever stop, you know something's wrong.
Baird will pick up Lord Buffont and set him down and go. Baird will look at Juniper and look at everyone else and go, I presume we can't get an owlbear down a hole.
You
Getting them
Can,
down
actually, it's
isn't the
big enough.
problem.
Getting him back out a bit again might be hard.
Yeah.
well,
Do-
we've lifted up mischief with the crane before.
We have.
Depending
Yeah,
on
we gotta-
how much Juniper weighs, can kind of help.
Guys, you forget that we're surrounded by spiders. They can just throw webs down and they can like hoist mischief up. Oh, there's 8 of them over there. You can
But
just
apparently they forget people in the hole.
All right, well,
Like-
I'll pop. One of us climbs up, be like, "Hey guys, we're back. We need some help towing our toad out of a hole," and that'll
Toad
help
in the
us.
hole!
Toad in the hole.
I love Toad in a hole. At least I think I did.
Oh.
I still had a stomach.
What? Wait, what's a toad in the hole?
Toad in a hole is a British food.
Oh,
It's a big
I didn't
Yorkshire pudding with sausages in it.
Yeah.
oh.
But
Hmm.
Baird would say, I just want to be cautious in case something is. We don't want something to go wrong.
Yeah, I feel like we'll be fine. I'll just write Vaike on my forehead. Everyone will just write their names on their foreheads, okay?
I don't know how my name is spelled.
I don't think Clapperclaw has enough room.
The longer the name, the better? Or the worse?
The better.
I'm just watching Steph struggle with a web of her own. Her yarn's all tangled up.
Oh no.
I'm not doing very well.
Oh. Oops.
Well,
Well. Go ahead.
I was gonna say you guys can figure it all out. I'm gonna go take a walk. I'm gonna go down this way.
Okay. And here's Boots gonna getting stuck to the floor. They're so heavy. They kind of like rip up some of the web as they're walking.
Strength training.
You're heading. Yeah, you head over towards the
Yeah, I want to go talk to these guys.
scriptorium where.
Yeah.
No entry allowed. Scriptorium is off limits to non to outsiders. Yes.
Oh, but Yarnspinner
You
said
need
I
to-
could take a look around, and I'm just trying to, we're gonna be going down that hole, and weeding out this corruption. So I figured maybe there's some information here that can help me.
Information. We can give you any information you want. It's the scriptorium is a protected library. Can't have any books going missing. You need express permission from Jarnspinner.
Maybe after we're done, Vaike.
I'm alone.
Okay.
I've walked off.
Okay. Opposite you is a large kind of like what do you call them? Yard, and it's all fenced off, but you can see through the entrance the whole kind of clutter and mixed matched objects that seem to be lying in it. And there's like a plaque on the wall, and it says it is the nursery of new ideas.
Can I walk in here, guys? Is this off limits?
Let me check. They look at each other. Is it? It's not, but I would be careful in there. It's rather cluttered. You might need a hard hat. Here.
I have a hard head.
He gives you a mushroom
Oh,
cap.
thanks.
Puts it on your head. Yeah, no
I'll give
worries.
this to Ulric. I'll give this to Ulric later to eat.
Okay. Yeah, you see it inside jumbled buildings. The nursery of new ideas is filled with castle walls, ship holes, barns, pyramids, gigantic bones, and it's a very confusing landscape as you look around. As you're looking around, I guess, let's see. Well, yeah, what do you do in this place, first of all? You just looking?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's something useful in here. Maybe I can get some ideas. Just looking, there's like
okay.
if there's a barn over here, I'll stick my head in.
Okay. You stick your head in. This dilapidated farmhouse is sunk into the web at an extreme angle, making each room disorientating. And when you enter, the shutters begin to bang loudly, floorboards start to creak, and there's a disembodied echo that creeps through the walls. And it's not your echo, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, Vaike 2 would be with me, by
I
the
guess.
way. It would walk
Okay, yeah, I figured.
me.
All
I'll have
right.
it outside the
In
house
that
so I
case-
can swap places with it if I need to.
Excellent. Okay. This whole place kind of gives off this kind of creepy vibe, almost as if it's like a haunted house. And after a moment of what feels like suspense, and I say that as a DM, but also you feel it in character as well. Like, it's almost as if there's like, you always imagine there's your own narrator sort of saying like suspense fills your mind with dread. And it's after like an adequate amount of suspense and tension as you're exploring this house that it feels like exactly the right moment when you're just about to sort of like, this place is giving me the creeps, I'm just going to get out of here, is suddenly when a ghost emerges from the floorboards, jump scaring you. I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god. Zaelong, protect me. Wisdom save. I got this.
Okay.
I don't got
12? Hmm. No, I'm afraid you are terrified of this creature. And yeah, you're frightened. And I would ask you to roll initiative at this point, as it seems this hostile entity reaches forward towards you. And it says, "Oh, Zaelong, I can't help you here."
Ah! I'm holding up
Yeah.
the mushroom so I can't see it.
Okay, sure. Roll initiative. Okay, yeah. I mean, you were actually up first, but there is an overwhelming sense of fear that you must get out of this place.
Sure. That's why we came prepared.
Mm-hmm.
I'll swap locations with my echo and I'll
You
just
swap
book
places.
it. I'll book it.
The ghost like appears out through the wall with a pouty face and arms folded, and they're like, "What? That just broke all the suspense. That's so anticlimactic. What about the chase scene?
You cheated!
They're supposed to exercise me. There was no narrative conclusion." As like you're running off.
Yeah, I'll just run. Just run back to the group.
He's shaking his arms like.
He
Wait,
wanted
where do you
his
think you're going?
He wanted a Scooby-Doo moment.
It
The
wasn't
ghost
a
just shakes their
ghost.
head. It's like,
It was the janitor.
So it's Snug.
this yeah. Ghost just shakes their head. They're like, ugh. Horror is just a genre you cannot capture within the D&D-esque scope.
Who is this meta ghost? Who is this?
It's Chris.
It's literally Chris.
It's Chris.
Mm-hmm.
The
Horror is a
Mexican-
dead genre.
Oh my god.
He will haunt me.
I
Literally.
hope that ghost is
Damn it,
now
I just
named-
realized I made my own pun. Ah, see, this is what I feel.
didn't.
I can't escape the Whenever I try to do horror, it just becomes comedy. And the ghost goes to swipe everything off the table, but realizes the hand passes right through it. Ah, I can't even be angry. Can't even trash the place.
Guys. I need your help.
Uh-huh.
There's a ghost we have to exorcise.
Bear will start doing jumping jacks.
Why is he
No. Guys, I'm being serious. There's a ghost we have to kill.
We have to is he
If
fed?
he's a ghost, he's dead.
Oh my god, guys, please, he's super scary, dude. I went over there to take a walk, and I went in, and this ghost haunted me.
He hurted you?
Yeah.
Oh,
If
where
you're-
did he
if
touch
you're already
you?
haunted, it's kind of too late, right?
No, we have to exorcise him. We gotta go back to the spot, and we gotta perform a ritual, and we gotta banish the spirit.
That's kind of rude, though. He kind of lives there, right?
Especially if you take away his banisters.
Sounds
it's
like
like,
you
no,
invaded his house, Vaike.
So no one cares about me being haunted by a ghost. Everyone's just pointing out how I'm the bad guy.
Did you ask for permission to enter the building?
Oh, my
Maybe
Zaelong.
maybe it's your fault. Maybe you have to apologize.
You know what? Forget I said anything. Forget it. Forget it.
Forgotten.
Forget it.
Where was it?
Nope, I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm going to bed.
Oh,
Oh,
hold up. You need a hard hat.
but that's a
They put a
we
mushroom
got
on.
a snack.
Mushroom cap on your head. No,
Notus.
no, this is for your head.
I take it off and I take a nibble out of it.
Are those hats supposed to be edible? The other guy's like shrugging.
Do you want to see what that is, Notus?
Do I want to what, sorry?
see what the hullabaloo is about?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Ulric?
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Look at us, we're going without Vaike.
Going to teach a ghost how to exercise.
That's what we do.
my God.
man.
We gotta exercise the ghost. We have to teach him a gym membership.
Yeah.
Oh,
30-day free trial. Would you like access to the swimming pool too?
Aw.
All right. In this junkyard of new ideas, you do spot the haunted house, but there's plenty more as well. Plenty of other weird things. Do you want to start with the haunted house?
Well-
Fake. Also, you hear them. You hear them taunting you. If you want to go back, you can.
I'm
But-
not going back. I'm upset.
All right. All right. Okay. I see you head over to the huts. I'll get to that in a minute then, because you do bump into someone over there.
Wait, where was the ghost? Did Fake tell us where the ghost is?
I mean,
It could be
if I was
the
a ghost,
boat, it could be the castle, it could be the big triangle building in the back.
If I stick my hand in the dirt or the area that's just ground, is there, like objects or anything?
there's all kinds of objects. Would you mean put your hand in the ground, sort of?
I'm just looking around.
Okay.
See if there's anything.
What you can. I mean, there's what you can see is what you can see. I guess if you're putting your hand in the ground, there's like a dinosaur egg or shells next to a gigantic bone.
Is
And
that
as soon as you sort of disturb the ground, you do hear a giant roar coming from the skeletal creature in the back here.
huh?
Aw.
And what else?
Mrs. Dinosaur, Dragon. Are you okay with being so far away from your children? Should we bring them closer to you?
The dinosaur bones begin to animate into a actual living, breathing dinosaur. It looks like an Allosaurus, and it lets out a massive roar as it kind of begins charging round towards you, knocking the wagon out of the way, probably smashing it to pieces, more like. And you realize this place is indeed very dangerous. You just stand there looking like,
Yeah.
okay, roll initiative. Like, oh, okay, cool. The Allosaurus does look a little tad confused for a moment. Jack's like, are we supposed to run or something?
I mean, it's not like there is a gate. It should be fine.
Baird will do the first thing
Huh?
he does. You go first, Garreth. But Baird will definitely do the first thing he's done every single time an animal has showed up.
Yeah. Speak with animal.
Okay.
Right?
I think you still got it up.
Oh yeah,
From
you do
earlier.
have it.
But yeah,
I do have it up. Yeah. Hello. Oh yeah, I had it
Would
up
you
for
wanna-
the spiders and stuff. I go, hello.
the dinosaur stops for a moment, like, you're not gonna run. You're supposed to run. You're supposed to scream and run away all scared. And then you hide. And then I come into the kitchen. And you're like,
Oh, that's very good.
and then
Baird,
that
like,
sneeze. And then the sneeze gives you away. And then I charge
Sorry,
around
I
the corner
didn't get it in
and gobble you
time.
up.
But that's
Vandal start writing
what
this down
happens
again.
every time. Isn't that becoming boring? Don't you want to do something new? Don't you want a new kind of story?
Yeah, you could go to a populated city and do performances in a carnival of sorts. Or
They
meet small
blink
children.
a few times and roll me a persuasion check. Garreth, you could also roll one as well.
I don't need to
Oh
roll.
my god. Okay, never mind.
Do I need to give
Wait,
Mirror
like
guidance?
Wait, is this like entertainment or like educational?
Could be either. Both are valuable.
Which one do you like?
I like
Edutainment?
educational. Yes, educainment.
Edutainment!
Well, it's got to be entertaining for the children to listen. So I guess yes, a little bit of both would make sense.
Head, shoulders, knee. Wait, do you have knees?
I do. I can teach them about anatomy
Yay!
and nature.
And dinosaurs.
I'll do it in a voice. I'll do it in a voice that's sort of like this. And then there's the Allosaurus in its natural habitat.
Oh,
Goes around stomping on smaller, lesser dinosaurs.
Very
I gotta go. I
uh,
gotta practice my voice.
yeah!
He's Dino Attenborough.
Wait,
Yeah,
good.
I know that, bro.
I go back into the corner. You're subverting all the ideas, all the cliches, rather. After this commotion, there's like several skeletons in this castle as well that emerge. You can see them at the top of the parapets. They're looking down at you with like bows drawn as well.
I will
Can you
hold
play
up my
music?
hand. I
Can you play
I was
music?
gonna point at their ribs, and then I was going to strum my guitar.
Oh my god! The
This
skeletons
is a percussion.
like slowly lower their arrows and look to one another. This was supposed to be a fight scene. You're not meant to teach us how to dance and play instruments.
I think they're more similar than you would think.
What? Fighting and
Music
dancing?
battle.
A battle of the bands.
All right. Okay. We see what you're doing here. You're messing up all the stories and all the new ideas.
What do you mean?
You
New
know,
idea? What do you mean messing up the stories? Those are old ideas that you're throwing at us.
Oh, this
We're
is the
making-
nursery of new ideas.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to.
Not old.
Baird will strum the guitar one way, like in a certain key, and then he'll strum it in another key and say, "Sometimes you have to reconsider the tropes."
Oh. They look again at one another, and they say, "All right, but if you get us to start singing spooky, scary skeletons, we're out." Because that's been done to death too.
What about the time warp?
The what?
You know, let's do the time warp again.
Okay, let's
Uh-oh.
start at the beginning.
They
Check
they
the lyrics.
as this is happening, there is a great rumbling from somewhere within the Nursery of New Ideas. And it seems to shudder the whole lot. And the skeletons look a little bit actually spooked by it. And they all dive back down into the castle for safety. And they're like, we told you it's a bad idea.
Hmm.
You have no idea what they're worried about, but it's something is quaking in the Nursery of No Ideas. That
Some ideas being born.
possibly, or something else. In the back, you see the dinosaur suddenly lay down in a pile of bones, pretending to be dead. Even the ghost closes the shutters in the haunted house.
We will have to see. There's always stories to be told and to be made, and ideas to be considered.
As that quaking is going on, Vaike, you're over here by this little hut. Are you like looking for a bed to just sort of lay down in and
take
start
the
your long
boots
rest
off,
sort of thing?
start my long rest.
Okay. So as soon as you go up to one of these huts, you actually see as you pull it open, there's actually one person who's already in here, and he says, in a kind of gruff tone, "Hey, this is occupied already."
Oh, my bad, sir. Didn't see the occupied sign.
Yeah, no worries. There's plenty of vacant ones next door.
Oh, did you say Vaike? How'd you know my name?
Huh? He kind of looks at you for a moment, blinks, squints his eyes. Huh. Vague. There's this really awkward pause where he just looks at you for a moment.
Do I know you?
You roll an
Is he?
Doubt it.
Is he a bugbear?
No, roll an insight check though.
Insight.
He looks much more orcish than Bugbear. He's got the little tusks poking out. Insight 12. It's almost as if like he's saying your name repeatedly as if he should know it. It's like he's trying to search his thoughts and remember your name, but he kind of shakes his head and says, No, I don't think so. We've never met before. Not face to face, anyway. I think I might have heard of you though.
You heard of me? Well, are you also
Possibly.
like you a fighter? You like fighting people?
Fighting people? Why would I want to fight people?
And I don't recognize this guy.
And as he says that, he almost thinks to himself as well, like, yeah, why would I? He shakes his head again. Anyway, I'm just a bit tired.
Can I walk in? Can I like walk in and like sit down?
Hey, oh, make yourself at home. Look, there's plenty of vacant huts next door, so you don't need to be in here.
No, but you're interesting. And I want to talk to you.
Hardly. No, I'm nobody.
No, you're somebody. And I don't recognize
No, really,
this guy.
like I'm literally nobody. That's my name.
Well, nobody. I'm Vaike. It's nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. What are you here for? Business, pleasure?
I'm gonna. You see the hole over there? I'm gonna jump in it tomorrow, or whenever I wake up.
Hmm. Sounds dangerous. You some sort of
Yeah.
thrill seeker, huh?
Uh,
Adventurer type?
yeah. Just a guy trying to make a difference.
Yeah. You see, he kind of like leans back for a moment, and he's wearing this like long hood, kind of curls around back behind him. You see, like more of a grey-skinned orc. And he might pass for an ugly beardless dwarf if it weren't for his like rotted tusks and kind of greyish pallor.
Hmm. Well, what's your story? Nobody.
Don't have one.
What? We all got stories.
Nah. My story probably got pulled down that hole. Who knows?
See? Is he telling me the truth right now?
You
Or
can
is
roll
he trying?
another insight check.
Is he being like cagey? Is he trying to withhold information?
Yeah, you can run an insight check. That's a little better. 13.
One better.
He doesn't look like he's too sure of himself. It's not that he's trying to lie or pull the wool over your eyes. It's like that he is genuinely like not interested in telling you about himself because he feels like there is nothing to say about himself. And maybe that's more literal because you've already seen how literal things can be in the Feywild. But it is normally it's an expression, right? I'm a nobody. What's there to tell? But these expressions seem to have a nugget of truth to them.
Hmm. So, nobody, no story. Well, where are you from?
Shrugs. I don't know. Some distant land. Not from around here, though.
So why are you here?
That's the question. Why are any of us here, really? What's the meaning of
Well,
life, right?
I mean, if you want to get into it, but I mean, I'm here to jump in that hole. I gotta get some 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 stuff out of that hole. I think I'm looking for some storybook pages.
Hmm.
And then
Well, I hope.
some like printing press parts. Trying to finish a book.
Oh.
Are you from a book?
I don't think so. He chuckles. That wouldn't be a very exciting book. Let's be honest. No backstory, no name. How's anyone gonna remember a character like me?
You ever deal with any hags?
Hags. Ah. Dangerous business. I wouldn't want to make a deal with a hag. No. Why would I make a deal with a hag to begin with? I'd have to want something. Really desperately to steep that low.
Have you wanted something desperately?
Mm. Yes, actually. Sleep. So if you don't mind.
I do mind. I think I know somebody that can help you.
You do?
Yeah. If you wanna come with me, I mean, I don't know what you got left to lose. It'll take maybe 15 minutes of your time tops. But I might know somebody that can help you.
Hmm.
Because look, if you want to take
Sighs.
offense to this, you can totally take offense. But it seems like there's something wrong with you. It seems like you can't remember a whole lot, where you're from, who you are, and I might have someone that can help you with that.
All right.
And I will
Fine.
take it.
I'll entertain this little idea.
I'm glad. I'll follow the scent of gingerbread on the wind and find wherever Garreth is.
Okay, yeah. It's as you're arriving, the quaking sounds are getting louder, and you're approaching Vaike, and you feel the shudder, like a tremor through the ground. And it's as you arrive at the entrance to the nursery of lost ideas is when. Are you trying to locate the sound, guys? Like Baird, Garreth, Ulric, Notus?
I would try to feel it out.
Mm-hmm.
Try to feel it out? Okay. Sure. You can head over to one of the other ideas and have an investigation.
Hello? Creepy stoning sound.
where would you like to
that's
go?
Scaring all the
This-
skeletons.
All right. Well, you know what, just make perception checks, and you'll figure it out.
Oh.
I'm sure. Mm-hmm. 17. Okay. There is a quaking sound coming from what sounds like the tombstones at the very back of the what's it called? The yard. Yeah, I keep forgetting that word. This is previously where the wagon got like shunted aside, and you can see there's fresh earth and there's a shovel stuck in the ground next to the tombstones.
It's a very classical setup, Garrett.
Which part? The gravestones?
You
The
see,
Chris
one of
garage?
us takes the shovel. Then we either start digging, and when we start digging, we start wondering why we're digging. And then we look up at the gravestone, and it's our own grave.
Oh. Sure, but that's... I don't like that story. That's not my story yet.
Hmm. Gloltic actually checks the graves to see if there's any names on them. Thankfully, it doesn't look like your names are on there.
What names are
The
on
hell
there?
does that say? Nothing. There's one that's fallen over in the dirt, and Glortic sort of brushes it aside slightly.
Oh.
What the hell? He starts pushing more and more soil, and you can start to read something on the stone, and it says, once upon a time, there lived a princess whose name was... It's all scribbled. I can't read it.
Hmm.
What the heck? And as he
It's
starts
like
like
chicken
unearthing...
scribblings.
Yeah, chicken scratch. And as he rubs off the final like part of it, suddenly again another huge shake and a shudder. And it's at this point, Vaike, you arrive, and rising up out of the earth is this giant tombstone, but it's much more cube-like than before. And as it gets to the full height, it looks massive. It's almost as big as like a section of the castle. And it hovers there for a moment, like a massive slab of stone, and it suddenly spins around and looks towards Baird and Garreth as they're trailing off more ideas as to how this story should go. It then suddenly rushes straight towards you guys. So I need Vaike to roll initiative as well.
Hey guys, I made a new friend, and then there's a giant rock running towards my friends. Jesus.
Yep. It's hovering slightly off the air.
Well, thank goodness for advantage.
Let's start the. Oh god, I rolled so. All right. Well, you can have a chance to do something, I guess. Notice. You're actually up first, and this is what you're looking at. This massive stone slab is just been unearthed, and all the writing on it is like chicken scratch. It starts off eligible, and then it just becomes a scribbling.
Okay. So. Right, it's a graveyard of ideas, right?
Nursery of new ideas, right?
No, it's a nursery of new ideas. This is
Okay.
supposed to be where things are born, and yet this thing seems to be quaking every time Baird and Garreth came up with like a new idea or a twist on the story. A quake echoed through this place. Now it's risen up out of the earth, and it seems to threaten everything in this place. Like all the other ideas are like toppling over, shuddering, or breaking apart from the earthquake. Like the pyramid, you see it just sort of like crumbling to dust as this thing emerges. And there's a mummy inside that like quickly tries to cover themselves up.
Okay, well, we've got the start of
With
the
cloth.
story on the rock, right?
Yes, looks to
Might
be.
be.
So, I'm thinking princess, castle. I'm gonna head that way and see if there's any sign of said princess.
In the castle. You head up to the door, and you hear the skeletons on the other side.
It's like, oh, no, go away. This is our hiding spot.
You didn't happen
no
to
princess
kidnap
in this
the princess?
castle. No, the princess is in another castle.
Another castle.
Is there another castle?
They look around.
Ah, there's the pixie teapot.
Is that a castle?
They might know about princesses. No, not really, but
It's
the
Wow,
next closest thing.
terrifying skeletal warriors hiding.
We're not warriors anymore. We're a troop of minstrels.
Yeah, fine,
You
I'll
can
go
blame
to
that
the
one over
teapot.
there.
I'll head to the teapot.
We're not fighters anymore.
We're singers and dancers. Baird already twisted the story on that one, I'm afraid. But yeah, you can head over to the teapot.
Sure.
Oh yeah, so sorry. The teapot is a giant metal pitcher that's been fashioned into a house, complete with doors and fancy lattice windows. And there's a smell of aroma. There's an aroma of herbal tea and forest pines as you approach.
Okay,
And you can see through the windows a small table that's been set out, for chocolate truffles.
I'm just gonna tap on the door or the window.
A pixie suddenly flutters into view. And it's like, no, you've angered it.
It?
What's it?
The thing that's been breaking everything in here and stopping Jan Spinner from new inspirations.
Oh, it's Rice's block!
It's, oh my god.
Oh my god.
I know nothing. I can't believe that took me so long.
I imagine Notus says this out loud, and then you hear Baird and Garreth over the wall. Fighters block!
Oh no, the horror!
You hear a giant tremor echo throughout, and I think that's your turn. Garreth, it's your turn now. What do you want to do?
We have to kill this thing.
No, we need to solve it. What's the writer's block? Who's the princess?
It's me.
I've had my princess. Long when I was with Hannah together, we were playing stories. At times she was our princess. Oh? Once upon a time, there lived a princess in Kester. Her name was Hannah. And at some time, at the farmhouse, there was a lord that captivated her. Damn, what was his name again? I need to pick your brain, Barrett.
Quick, Garreth! Quick! Before it's too late!
No. Buffon was
Lord
the savior. Who was the frog?
Oh, the frog. Yes. Yes, the corrupt
The corrupt
previous
lord.
lord.
I think
Forgot
that's
her name.
I think that's time. Garreth, roll me a charisma check. As you try to reel off this story. But you too get blocked, it seems. What is his name? That's the good question. Because it seems that's what they're stuck on. Oh, no. And as you're stuck on this, you see it like kind of shuddering for a moment. But then you too get stuck on the name. It feels like chicken scratch in your own mind. And it suddenly like breaks free from whatever kind of hold you had on it. And then starts to loom over your head, almost like ready to squash you like a thwomp. And that'll be your turn. Baird, it's your go.
Yeah. So as Garreth gets stuck, Baird jumps forward and goes, "The corrupt Lord Bradley Engelvark the Fourth, a frog of low morals and stature."
Okay. All right, you start embellishing this character with interesting personality traits and such. You two can roll me a charisma check.
Charisma check, just straight.
Yeah, straight charisma. Nice. Can you roll me 10d20?
10d20?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, 10d20.
That's a
It's
whole lot of
super
dice.
effective.
Any 20s? Whoa.
All right. You deal 113 force damage to the creature.
Oh my god.
As you start reeling off this charismatic story about this character that Garrett's already built the basis for, and you're now embellishing. You see it funnily cracking and shaking violently, and parts of it just crumble away. It no longer really resembles a block. It's more of like this kind of cracked, shattered chunk. But it absolutely did seem to work. So Gloltic is like, I'm not really the charismatic type.
Baird will point towards Merryweather.
But it's a Merryweather.
Lord Buffon.
Well, it looks like you heard it. Maybe I can bring it down.
You see him like jump up onto, because he's gonna use his leapfrog, like leap up on top of this Modron's head, and then leaps off of it onto this thing and tries to strike down with his longsword, I guess. There you go.
Bro, legend. Make me proud.
Oh,
Whoa!
yes, we hit.
Critical!
Okay.
Oh,
Does
let's
he have
go.
critical?
It,
Oh, no, he
well,
doesn't.
that is a crit. It's not brutal critical. It's more like he crits on a
Improved
19.
critical. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go, legend.
And he chips away more of the broken chunks off of it. And that'll be his turn. Clapperclaw, you got a chance to do something.
You know what? He's gonna be acting a little bit strangely. He seems quite contemplative about this entire situation where they are on what he's doing. He's gonna go in there, start kind of like digging in the ground.
Digging for a new idea?
Not necessarily.
Hmm.
Okay.
He starts digging at the ground.
And what is Clapperclaw's hopes in achieving here?
Well, in his mind, this is a place of stories. What's the best thing about a story?
Morals?
Story ends. He doesn't end. He wants to have a good
You mean
story.
Clapperclaw?
So maybe if he becomes a new idea, he'll have a good story.
So you're digging away for like a new idea. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, sort of like that. A new idea where his story could continue.
Oh. Okay.
Where he could
Tell
actually
you
have
what.
an ending.
I'll tell you what. Roll me a D100.
Okay.
Ideas can come from the smallest little thing, after all. So, and maybe all you need is a
Sleeping
little
portrait of an
spark.
elf.
If this is no, Pam, we have had this one again already though. That's kind of funny. You can either keep this because it does sort of loop around towards something, or you can re-roll. You find a tinted glass monocle that makes things look green.
We've had this
Remember?
before.
This was what.
Oh!
Yeah, you gave this to Notus.
So Notus could see the ruler green.
Yeah, and then I think you traded it.
We traded it to Charm and Bobble
For
You
something.
did.
for
So
the
you-
for the firewood.
Oh.
You traded it to Charm and Bobble, and yet somehow managed to end up back here.
So if he dug in the ground and he pulls this out, you guys are going to recognize it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he's going to hold it up and he's going to tilt his head like, that's kind of not what I thought would happen, but okay. And of course, you guys probably see it in his claw.
Huh. I guess it's up to you to extrapolate what that means what that means in the story.
I believe
Finding
green
the
was
thing
the
that-
color of good things from Notus's perspective. It was a good color. A color of hope.
It is. It's the color of contentment.
Which is exactly what Ulric was looking for.
Yeah, they were looking for contentment.
You are now content
This
with
feels-
your story.
There you go.
Well, he has
Weird.
little eyes. It has this monocle got like a little bit of string on it or a little chain or something like that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So he'll kind of like loop it around one of the antlers.
It's a sun catcher.
Okay, like, oh, yeah, and you do feel a sense of contentment as you place this on your antlers. It's a reminder of, I guess, the party and of Notus, your adventures here. But yeah, that's what you find for the time being.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
It's almost like he's taking
Content.
in everything that he's heard and he's seen in this place, and this is kind of like what he's surmised out of it, if you will.
Indeed. A
And he's
monocle
like,
can
okay,
also
well, if
represent.
I've ended up with this bauble, then maybe this is the world telling me this is what it is going forward. So
Yeah, and I guess you could even go even deeper meaning with that. With it, the monocle helps you see things, right? So it's about a matter of perspective.
The grass is greener right where you are.
Oh, there you go. See, we knew someone would find it. All right, Vaike, you're up next, and you've just arrived with nobody.
Hey, nobody.
You'll roll onto initiative. What the hell? What's going on?
Hey, I don't know. There's this weird block, and it's trying to hurt my friends. So, I look.
Doesn't look good.
I promise we'll help you. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so 30
sweat.
feet. 30 feet with the echo. Bonus action. Where did it go? Bonus action, teleport for 15 feet of my movement. And then run forward, and I'm gonna drop kick this thing. I'm gonna use Iron Body Pursuit. So it has to make a strength saving throw. DC.
Strength save.
DC. What it should be, 15.
All right. It makes it with its whopping +7 to strength.
So yeah, my echo runs forward. It jumps to drop kick it. Mid jump, I swap places with it, and my iron boots clang against it. And then I realize I'd already begun to take my iron boots off. So I just kind of kick it.
Yeah, I just like a heavy thud against this thing, and you feel you're more shaken than it is.
I think that's it. No, I guess I
Okay,
got an
Ulric.
action surge. No, I'll save it. Whatever.
You could.
Go ahead.
All right.
You're about to
Go on,
sleep.
Ulric.
So.
Okay. How is this thing like off the ground or is it on the ground?
It was floating up off the ground, but a lot of it's crumbled after the several stories, and then Gloltic jumped down on top of it and like hammered it down with that crit, so it slammed onto the ground.
Okay. I'm gonna beat it up too.
Nice.
See, what
I don't know
Writer's
anything
Block
about-
does is it's very taxing.
I don't know anything about these stories or writing blocks or whatever, but I'm gonna. I want to hit it.
Oh, it's gonna reach.
Oh,
15. Your Balax just chips against it.
Mm,
More likely
You
to
know
blunt
what?
your axe.
You know what?
Oh shit! There you go.
I'll make that first one hit.
We got a roll. Let's see what you get. No, that's not a hit.
Damn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
dang.
Yeah, it's a ridiculously high AC because it is a giant stone block. But the second one, you find a crack that has already been fissured from the storytelling, and that seems to dent it enough that more of it crumbles apart. But it looks like it is going to get a go after all. And Baird was definitely the most threatening, the most charismatic, so I think it will loom over your head and go to slam down on it. Yep, that'll hit. And
Ow.
you are crunched for 11 points of bludgeoning, and then it slams a second time, trying to put you in the dirt.
Oh. Leave
Oh
that
my
little
God.
dog
Bam!
alone.
Oh my. Baird, you are slammed down so hard that you almost fall into one of the graves. And you see Baird's name suddenly scribble across. Well, actually, you can't see Baird's name. Never mind. It does
Wait,
something
wait,
on the
What was the
tombstone.
name? What was the name? What's scribbled
It's-
across the
it's-
tombstone?
Yeah, it's chicken
Don't get shy,
scratch.
Chris. What did it say?
What? It's like scribbling.
A series
You
of
can't even tell
musical
what it
notes.
says.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hold on. There you go.
Something like that.
That's what you see.
That's his name? Oh
No.
my goodness.
That's it.
Chris doesn't know I speak that language. I'm actually fluent.
You speak that? Okay.
Mhm.
Interesting. Nobody. So you see this grey-skinned orc kind of run in looks up at what's going on, and instinctually, and he doesn't realize he's doing it at first, but he seemingly reaches back into his kind of cloak and pulls out a dagger and throws it towards the writer's block. Let's see what happens there. He hits.
Wait,
Nice. Okay. Yeah, and this dagger is thrown with quite a lot of precision and ends up making more crumbling as it hits one of the cracks. All right, Notus. Your turn, Notus.
Yeah, sorry. Keep sneezing, so... what am I doing? Alright. What am I doing? What am I doing? Yeah, okay. We're gonna move back up this way if I can hear combat happening.
Mm-hmm.
How badly damaged does this big block of rock look?
Very damaged. It's all crumbling.
Cool, lovely.
Hey, that's a hit. It again like chips away. I'm afraid your crossbow, being sort of more of a mundane weapon, having a hard time really breaking this thing apart, but it does chip it slightly.
It's fine. If the arrows get wedged in there, they're handholds for someone else.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
No, that's me. I need to sneeze again.
Garreth?
Where were we with the story again?
The corrupt lord had captured the princess.
Okay. Somewhere not too far away from the Lord's castle, there was this unseeming rooster named Buffon. He heard of the foul deeds the Lord was plotting, and he attempted to challenge him to a duel. The Lord, however, was far too cowardly to accept the duel personally, so instead he challenged Buffon to 3 challenges. The first one, Buffon, was to jump farther than his first minion would be able to. The second challenge was to eat more than the second. And the third one was to hold his breath longer than the third. And we'll see where that lands.
Buffon looks towards you, like, very concerned that he's actually going to have to perform these great feats.
You've already done this, Buffon!
Have they now? The skeletons appear as the 3 minions, as stand-ins. And as you're reciting this story, you see Buffon, like, leaping, fluttering up into the air, flapping their wings. The skeleton tries to flap its arms, but can't get any lift. Buffon then starts to peck and
eat as many grains.
Whatever you're... Oh, yeah, wait, the truffles from the pixie. The pixie flutters out with the chocolate truffles.
And the skeleton
Buffon
can't
suddenly
eat food.
picks them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the truffles just fall out of the rib cage of the skeleton. And then the third one
skeleton has no breath to hold, so it can't hold its breath.
Yeah.
roll, roll me a charisma check, Garreth. We'll see what you get.
Can I have advantage on this?
Depends. Have you got anything to boost it first? Because you might be close. I'll be honest.
Wait, it's a check. Wait, it's a check.
It's a check. Which means you
which
can add your
means-
own guidance. Yeah.
14.
Nice.
No, not you.
14. Oh right, yeah, you actually targeted them. And I'll say if you added just a single point of bardic inspiration, it would get there. Baird's helping by picking you up on the beginning of the story, like where you left off, by reminding you, like, oh yeah, it was the Lord. Okay, and
Yeah.
that gets you into the writing flow. And yeah, that was interesting where that story was going. And then as soon as Buffon completes these 3 challenges and the skeletons all sort of shrug, is when the writer's block suddenly snaps and splits in 2, and you can roll 20d10 because of its creative weakness. The writer's block is an elemental manifestation. Oh, you rolled 20d. Oh man, I was supposed to say 10d20, but that works anyway. It's pretty much the same thing.
I can
In any
do
case.
that. 10d20.
go ahead. Yeah, it was 10d20. My bad.
Damn
That's
it.
still more than enough. Absolutely no, it's 100% enough. If you saw it got bloodied from the first one,
Yeah.
the second one just cracks it in 2, and the parts just crumble away, and dust spills into the yard. Which is probably why Notus is sneezing so much, as this thing is absolutely pulverized into particles, and the writer's block is no more. You see the Allosaurus appear. The ghost appears, and they're clapping silently. And the pixie's like, "Yay! Woo! The writer's block is gone, guys. You can finally come up with some good ideas for once."
Baird stands
Aw.
up, brushing himself off, and he goes, "What's a creative endeavor without a bit of blood, sweat, and tears?"
The mummy
Tears of laughter,
goes
you
up,
mean?
and the mummy heads over to you and gives you a hug, Garreth.
Aww.
The Modron picks you up off the floor bed,
Well,
and then gives you a robotic pat. The ghost heads over towards Vaike and says, I'm sorry about before. You know,
Oh, you wanted
Should have
exercise,
trusted-
right?
I should have trusted your process."
It's cool. Bring it in, and I'll get the ghost a hug.
They pass straight through you, but you feel cold.
Wait, hold on. Vaike 2.
the ghost can hug the ghost.
Yeah,
Can they hug each other?
they do. They hug. You can see a physical contact, or at least an ethereal contact. And the
Aw.
ghost sort of sheds a tear and says, I've
I can hug.
not been able to feel intimate touch with another person in so long."
Hey, whatever you and Vaike 2 do behind closed doors is none of my concern, alright?
No, this is purely a human feeling, a human emotion. I thank you. And they dissipate into ectoplasm.
Oh my god.
Send them to the next.
They passed on.
No.
you gave them-
Wow.
You gave them
Zybilna's
physical touch.
blessing, my friend. Anyways, guys, I want you all to meet my new friend. Nobody. This is Notus,
Aw.
Clapperclaw, Mischief, Garreth, Jack, Goltic, Ulric, Bird.
A pleasure.
Garreth, I need some of your curse removing magic for my friend. I believe he's cursed.
Can I shake nobody's hand? What kind of person does he seem like? Baird has met a lot of people, so What kind of person is he like?
It's like a blank slate. It's very grey, very devoid of anything. And notice you're seeing that too. There's a lack of emotion on them, similar to yourself, perhaps. Just a grey tone of nothing, like muted. But they do
Yeah.
shake that. They shake your hand firmly with a strong-ish grip,
You
and they look to, oh,
you throw a dagger quite well.
Hmm. Apparently so.
It feels.
I guess that's just, yeah, reflexes.
Does it sound familiar, or does it look familiar?
a dagger. No,
Yeah.
you've
The
never seen
dagger
the dagger
throwing.
before.
Hmm.
The throwing, no, not really seen the dagger throwing either. But he says,
Um, look, appreciate you bringing me here and introducing me to all your friends, but, look, I don't know if you can really help me. It's,
No. Trust me.
I
The
don't,
one that smells like candy, he can help.
you think?
Mm-hmm.
Probably not, but
Yeah, Garreth, come
no
on, dude.
harm. Where
Come
is
on,
it?
look.
Where is it?
I'll throw one of my arms around Garreth, and I'll close my eyes, and I'll think some goods I build of thoughts, send up a prayer. Hopefully, it helps the magic.
Huh.
Here. Let some color fill your life.
hmm. All right.
Let's
You
bring joy
cast
and no more strife. If there's a curse
casting
upon you.
remove curse. Uh, oh, sorry. Go, I'm interrupting. Sorry. Go on.
Oh, I lost my enchantment. It's okay.
You lost your flow. The writer's block
Yeah,
comes back. It's just like this is like a bit of rubble on your shoulder from earlier.
yeah.
Glottic like brushes it off. Oh yeah, you just had a bit of the. There you go. And nobody suddenly his eyes kind of go wide, and you see some sort of recognition sort of flooding into his eyes. He looks and darts between you all. Like he almost
Mm-hmm.
looks on edge, and he almost like goes to draw daggers suddenly, but he stops himself.
Uh, um, wait, that was a lot. I think, it best I lie down. That, I feel dizzy. So
Um,
many memories at once.
Why did
yeah,
you all look at us like that?
I,
What?
I,
So that one inside check, he sort of pulls himself away, like trying to
Mm-hmm.
hide his face, and
yeah.
it looks as though there is something he is trying to keep a secret, bed, and he's sort of hesitant. He's sort of stuttering all over the place.
Or here,
Um,
I'll
Yeah.
I'll help you to your shed here.
Baird will call out, rule of reciprocity. Who are you?
I'm,
he looks back and says,
I'm still nobody. I, I think your magic only half worked. But I remember that nobody is not my name. I think it's missing.
and he kind of like his eyes kind of like flutter for a moment. His eyes kind of rolling back in his head, reminiscent of when maybe Vague thinks too hard.
I do that.
Mm,
Yeah.
I just need
I'll
to
walk
lie.
him. I'll
I'll
walk
lie
him over.
down.
I'll carry him, wrap an arm around him, make sure he doesn't fall.
Yeah, sure.
that's weird.
And
As we
you can roll an Arcana check as well with that, Gareth, as you're thinking on that. Sorry, Vague, go ahead.
no, yeah, as we're away from the group, I'll be like, "Is everything all right?"
I just need to rest. My head is full of conflicting emotions. It feels like a storm in my head.
Is a 16 enough,
Garrett,
Arcana?
16, yeah, so there definitely was some magic that worked, Gareth, but
Mm-hmm.
similar to where you've tried to use remove curse on maybe your own party members before, it's only sort of suppressed the effect before. You know
Mhm.
that in order to remove, like, for example, like a hag's curse, you would need the very item
Mm-hmm.
that is connected to
The
them, their lost thing,
catalyst
so
of
to speak.
the curse.
That's right, yes, the catalyst. And then only when you've got those together will it be fully undone.
Mm-hmm.
Just in the same way Octavian needed the heart, and then you put that together with them, and that's what really undone the whole effect. But it seems, and so with the 16, you kind of figure they've got some memories back, but they don't remember, or maybe memories of you guys, but they don't remember
Mhm.
their own name. Still,
With that insight, could I ask where the hostility came from?
they looked on edge, almost as if they were
Like-
caught off. They didn't want to be caught off guard. It looked like so drawing almost going to draw weapons was like it was a look of recognition. That much is true.
They knew who we were,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
they wanted to draw weapons.
Yes.
There's only two factions that want to draw weapons when they meet us.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Technically only one, because hags don't draw weapons.
They'd rather draw words.
Yeah.
Sure.
Barrett was
In any
going
case,
to look over and go,
yeah.
look at Gareth and go, could he be part of the League, perhaps?
Don't know. I don't remember a half-orc in the League. Unless Warduk is a half-orc.
Could it be Warduke? I don't think so.
What? Hmm.
I mean, people don't see Warduk without his helmet.
We saw. There was the story. Okay, the story that the spinner said. He mentioned Kellic. Was there anyone else he mentioned in the story?
Kellic, the League. Not by name. Only Kellic.
I have to go rewatch that bit, but
It's in the notes.
it's in the notes. Oh, okay, yeah. Do.
Spells through the air, swords clash.
Oh, okay. Baird will lean forward and go, Zarak? He was good with the dagger.
Why are they here?
What do you think, Notus?
I'm not really sure what to think, if I'm honest. He's very empty. Looking at him sort of felt like looking at my own reflection in a weird way.
It seems he's lost something like us. The real question is, if we are given the opportunity, do we return what he's lost to him?
Depends on who he is.
It shouldn't. However, if we help him, he would owe us so big.
But would he honor it?
He'd have to.
Can I walk back to this conversation now, Chris? Enough time passed.
Yeah. Yes, you could have. Sorry. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's no question we're helping him.
Even if he's in the league?
Even if he's in the league. Who's like Garreth said, he would owe us big time, and having someone in the league that owes us big time, that's something important. That's a powerful tool.
Ulric?
I mean, probably not the dumbest choice we've made, I guess. So, I guess we'll help him out. Worst case scenario, we just beat him up. It's not like the only thing we got plans to beat up in the future.
You were trained by Strongheart, Notus, and Vaike. Do you know anything about him?
I mean, that's if this is who we're thinking of. We don't even know if it's him for sure.
He knew who we were,
Maybe he did.
and his reaction was to fight us.
Yeah, but it's not like...
And Baird will hold his wound on the side and said, "And if he did, I probably would have went down."
Zarak. Who's Zarak? Isn't Zarak the wizard guy?
No, that's Kilek.
Kellic.
Who's Zarak? We don't even know who Zarak is.
Yarnweaver, Yarnspinner mentioned their name as
Mm-hmm.
Kilek's right-hand man. And he's
Chris,
an
as
assassin.
someone who worked for Kelek, would I know whether this is who they're thinking?
You've not heard the name Zarak. You do know Killick, but yeah, I don't think you've ever run into them or had mention of them. No, not really. Kelek was kept you under their own sort of purview. They tutored you. They didn't let you kind of stray off or have you work with anyone else.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But it did feel there was always this kind of air that Kelek definitely had more underlings than what it seemed. Like they, oftentimes you'd be like, right, that concludes today. I have other business to attend to, and you'd always be like receiving messages with either familiars or sending messages through spells. So it definitely felt like he had many contacts, but none that you were privy to.
Okay.
Okay. Galtic's like, Baird, you got pretty messed up in that fight. I guess more now than ever you want that long rest, huh? Should we get you patched up?
Yep, it's time to enact the plan, guys. We're all going to sleep in one massive pile, and maybe through us all being together in contact, we won't forget Bert. We're also still going to do the same thing where we have one person stay awake at all times and stare at Bert, on top of doing the giant pile. And I'm talking about everybody, like everyone's getting in, everybody. So Mischief,
Nope.
Jack,
Nope.
um,
Not
What do you
gonna
mean, no?
happen.
what?
Jack's gonna take a watch on her new friends, and I need some time with Yarn Spinner.
What?
Yeah, I got Jack's like, I got a super secret top mission, and you guys enjoy the cuddle puddle. And he
Dude,
pops out
this-
of, he teleports away.
this plan's not gonna work without everybody.
Well,
I mean, why does it need to be all of us?
Guys, it's the power of friendship, Ulric. Have you not read a story? We're supposed to use the power of friendship to defeat the evil.
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright. Juniper, get over here. We're making this giant pile. Snurg? Snurg, you wanna come?
oh, yeah, I've been meaning to catch up to you guys. Hey,
How's it going?
had
How's
this
it going,
cuddle
buddy?
puddle going on?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
good,
need your
good.
help.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. I'll park the chariot up for you. No worries. He lifts it up, starts moving it around.
He lifts it up?
Yeah, you can lift up a chariot by the.
Okay, I thought
By
you
the
meant like he
front,
like
like he
I
doesn't-
thought he like picked it up and started walking it. I was like, okay.
Oh god, no.
I would believe in Snurg.
Oh no, Snurg!
Ah, he's like he's not moving, but he is walking on the spot, right? So his like little legs is like scraping against the ground. This is pretty heavy, Juniper. You must be so strong to be able to carry that king. Snow gives him a little scritch.
Alright.
I need your help.
I imagine Lord Buffon's ends up just sitting on either Baird or Juniper's head.
No, he's excluded from the pile.
You can't exclude him.
What
I'm
happens to
excluding
the
him from
power
the-
of friendship?
Yeah, so much for that. If you want the power of friendship to work, you gotta be nice.
No, it's already ruined because Garreth ran away. So it's like, look, I was willing if we were all here to make a sacrifice and let him lure Buffon, but now that Gareth's gone, no,
Oh my.
get him out of here.
Well, if it's already ruined, then what's the point?
Look, guys, can't we just one of us being friends, you know? Why can't we all just do something together?
Yeah, so why can't Lord Buffon be here?
We're all gonna jump together through a huge ass hole.
Whatever, he can be a part of it. Fine, whatever. Just keep him on the other
It's
side
the
of me.
same situation you have with Jack. You hate him at first, but then you become besties.
Whoa! Me and
It's
Jack have been
unacceptable.
friends since the beginning. Okay, I've liked him since the first time I met him at the carnival.
We were just playing around, all right?
Yeah, it was just banter, all right? You know, us two being the face of the Junipers and all. You know, we had a butt heads in the beginning.
What do you think of him, Buffon? You think we can keep him?
He's not that bad. I mean,
You talking about me?
yeah, but can you still understand me? Is this? You're translating for me, aren't you? Right? Well, would he get upset if I like crack an egg on his head?
I don't think he'd notice.
Ah, right. Because his brains are all runny as it is. Well, it makes sense. Makes sense.
To be fair, I'm not any better than he is.
I'll try to not tickle his nose with one of my feathers.
Or two.
And he goes and plumps himself near everyone in the middle.
All right. I'll take first watch. Ulric gets last watch.
All right. So Garreth, you wanted to just quickly check in on
Well, not
what's in
quickly check in.
Janssen's. Yeah, sure.
I'm just gonna spend some time with Jar Spinner and tell them about the story we wrote in the nursery.
Oh, a story. Please, yes, come in, come in.
And he welcomes you into the main hall, and at the back he's got his own little private writing desk.
Mm-hmm.
Sits you down on a webbed cushion.
Oh,
and
I'll
says,
get my own book. Let's write it down before I forget.
"Okay, yeah, you can get out your own book."
Yeah.
And says,
Wow, magnificent. It's already stuffed with written pages.
I'm trying to write my own story.
Oh, excellent. And you're looking for
I
some
need
feedback, perhaps?
I need some tips because writing is hard. I know what happened, but it needs to be fun for other people to read it, right?
Of course, yes. It needs to enrapture them and gain their attention, spark their imagination. Well, I can certainly help. Let me get my spectacles.
Yeah.
He like gets his reading glasses on.
May I?
Hmm?
May I
May
have
you-
a little read?
Oh, yes, you may.
Hmm. Oh, yes, marvelous. Jumping Junipers. Is that what it is? That the title?
It might be. That's the name of our group.
Hmm.
Oh, you see,
Yes, yes, very good.
some time ago,
Hmm?
there's this small town of Kester, and there were 8 children. No, there were a group of children. How many were there? It was not 8. It should be 8. 1, 2. But they all played together, and we all had fun. And then, out of nowhere, there was this small owlbear cub that joined up playing, and we all had fun. But then they ran off, and the group of kids, they all decided to just follow the owlbear. And then they found him breaking in, no, not breaking in, sneaking in a fantastical carnival with all the lights, all the sweet smells. There was fireworks, and there were loads of people, far more than the town has ever seen. But there was one rule, and that's that you shouldn't ever enter the carnival without a ticket. But the children were young and foolish, and they did listen. And they just sneak in to find their new friends until they were almost caught by the carnies, and they split up, and some of them went to the mirror maze where a alluring voice lured them into a mirror where they got lost forever. And that's
Sounds like a fantastical fairy tale.
Mm-hmm.
There's
It
so many
is.
colorful characters, so many wondrous things, and a mystery as to where these hidden things are. I think you've got a great working story already.
Yeah. And did you know the
Yes.
story that I just told you? I believe it is ties to the story you read us earlier.
We could put our stories together. They could be like a combined story or a tale.
Mm-hmm.
Unless, of course, you think it's better to keep them separate as their own departures.
I mean,
A different retelling, perhaps?
that might be better.
All right, all
Well-
right. Well, let's see if we can't brainstorm some more ideas and make it really pop out of the page, so to speak.
Yeah. I mean, you remember your story about Feather Skull?
Mm-hmm.
Well, two of these children, eventually they grew up. And they were they were both pupils of Strongarts. One first,
Fascinating.
then the second. So you could say these might be the new Feather Skull.
New Valor's Call. Well, let's get started then. And
Mhm.
yeah, he begins helping you like gonna add some more like description or some extra flair. Like you
Mhm.
say, it's any areas you want to like really um make the story sort of flourish.
Yeah.
He's happy to help, and you end up staying up a great deal of time. Uh, in Yarn Spinner, sorry, in Fablerise, it doesn't feel like you're getting tired so long as you continue to write stories.
Mhm.
Feels like idea after idea just keeps you awake, keeps the story flowing, and he tells you about sort of power behind stories, if anything, and how they have a power to sort of not only inspire, but the story doesn't. It may start off as like just fiction, but a story has so much power to inspire that it could very well become real.
I don't understand. What
And
do you mean become real? This is real.
well, it is exactly right. It's hard for others. It's a harder concept to grasp, but it seems like you have a firm belief already, which means I guess we needn't worry about getting that perspective in order.
Mm-hmm.
He and it seems like you're already kind of in tune with him and how there is many morals that you can extrapolate from the stories, and those morals again influence your own
Mhm.
behavior in real life and maybe influence even the magic around you as a result.
His morals.
But yeah, I think just to confirm, you've got the invocation, and you don't need to sleep, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, cool. Um, interesting,
I
interesting.
forgot
All
what
right.
it's called, but it's the blue one.
Yeah, it is. It's of the moon
Librera.
or something.
Is it Librera Noctis of the night?
That's right. Yes, it is. As
Uh,
for everyone else who is
Libram
sleeping throughout all of this,
Nocturnus. That's the one.
mm-hmm.
With the
Librum
aspect of the
Nocturnus.
moon, you no longer need to sleep and can't be forced to sleep by any means. To gain the benefits of a long rest, you can spend all 8 hours doing light activity, such as reading your book or keeping watch.
Exactly. So it's almost as
Oh,
if the power of this story, new ideas, just keeps you going and going. And Janspin, it doesn't seem like he needs to sleep either. It's almost like some of that power is being sort of imparted onto you. But the others, however, who've all kind of gathered up in a big cuddle puddle, sleep does eventually sort of start to find you all. Um, Dream diary, yeah, you'll have that too.
can I activate that
Um,
one right now?
yeah, who's your book closest to, Gary?
It's that one.
Nobody, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Well, Jack's
Unless
keeping
they're
a watchful eye on
yeah.
nobody, and throughout the night, you see them tossing and turning in their bed, and their eyes are kind of like
rapid eye movement as if they're experiencing some sort of vivid dream. And I guess as they're having this, Jack is watching them carefully. And he's like, yeah. Telepathically speaking to you, Garreth, he says,
Mhm.
this guy's got some trouble past. Looks like he's almost fighting demons. Inner demons.
We all fought demons.
Yeah, but guys, I don't know, something weird. And Jack ends up like taking the top off of his pumpkin hat, taking the
Mhm.
stalk off, and starts basically drinking in these emotions to have a better understanding of them. And as he's telepathically translating those emotions to you,
Mhm.
you're able to effectively write them into your book and begin writing out his dreams.
Oh.
There is a clattering of coins, it sounds like. You start to see piles of them,
Mhm.
and it looks like you see his hands kind of reaching for the coins, like scraping them in closer to his chest. And then there's a flashing of daggers, and you can hear them sort of flying through the air, like you hear them sort of impact and thud into something. Sounds like flesh. The next image you see in their dream is pools of blood. Then it flashes again. You see them lifting up a mask, this red mask, and placing it upon their face. Then suddenly, another flash forward, you see Vaike and Ulric in his dream,
I knew it.
and they
Yeah.
are doing what they do best. They are going toe to toe with him in the haymaker. You see this orc is trying to duck and dodge out of attacks and blows. And Ulric jumps from the top rope and slams down on top of them, at which point the dream flickers again and changes to that of them pulling out a garrote and sneaking up behind someone. It's all like
Aw.
dark and shady dealings, it seems, and this guy is wrestling with them, trying to put them out of his head, but they keep haunting him and coming back. And as Jack is watching, there's not only him experiencing this, there's something else. There's something that's stalking him in the shadows, something that is creeping up behind him. And Jack can make me a perception check.
Perception
Jack.
check.
Mm-hmm.
Perception Jack!
Perception check.
Okay. Within the dream,
Oh.
something coils up into the corners, the recesses, and every time that a dream kind of flickers, there's a flashing of fangs that seem to snatch up the memory, and then you feel there's a strand tugging and pulling and weaving it up. And likewise, whilst that's happening and Jack's seeing this eight-legged creature, the whole cuddle puddle, they too are experiencing dreamlike sequences, and all the while they kind of hear kind of like a skittering sound in the back of their mind. Some of you will hear the sounds of, it sounds like snipping sounds, like a thread being cut.
Damn it.
For Vaike, you feel like something is rubbing against your forehead. Rubbing against your arm. And where your tattoo should be, it feels as though something is scratching and clawing at the skin, scraping it away.
I'm just gonna start. I'm toss and turn. Yeah, I'm the monarch. I start like throwing random fists out in the air while I'm sleeping. Probably hit Ulric. Crimson
Punch him.
fist. It's like Billino's
It's
right
elbow
hand.
him. Neagle taking the crotch. He's like, oh. Yeah, that's. I've had that experience as well. Someone elbowing you in the face when you're trying to sleep. The worst.
Was it you, Steph?
I was always the one to do that.
No comment.
What was I gonna say? I'm lost.
Everyone's having
okay.
nightmares.
They are. They're having. Their mind is filled with memories of your time at the Witchlight Carnival, Prismere, all the deeds that you've done, and it's almost like we're jump cutting between Garreth describing all of the events and writing them down, and everything that Garreth just described to Yarnspinner is being played out in your dreams right now. The meeting in Kester, going to the carnival, the mysterious mirror maze, all of these things are happening in tandem with Gareth's retelling of it. And all the while, there's this ghostly eight-legged creature sort of looming in the background of these events. And it seems to take no part in the adventure. It's just simply there, watching, and then sort of weaving its own little thread as these are taking place. And it's into juxtaposition with suddenly the horrific moments where you feel like your skin's being scraped away, Vaike. Or for you, Notus, it feels like a web is cast into your mind, and your little brain cell that's fluttering around like a little firefly, it feels trapped, and it's trying to get away, and it ends up flying into the web, and it's like, no, help me. And then you feel something skitter up to the web and suddenly wraps up your brain cell in a tight cocoon. As for Ulric, your maze, the maze of your mind where you once held Baird's name, is dusty and filled with cobwebs. And every time you try to go down one passageway, which you think you remember, it's now just this funnel of web that just leads into darkness. And you see, as you kind of approach down this dead end, there are like 4 pairs of eyes suddenly like watching you from this distance, and 2 little arms or mandibles are perched on the very edge of the darkened tunnel, and it makes you shudder and cringe away from this dead end. This is like where you sort of placed Baird's name or Baird's memories in your mind, and now it's occupied by this arachnid-like monster that's just lurking there.
Oh my god.
And yeah, it's sort of a haunting experience. But eventually you do finish a long rest, so you can click that on your sheets. You do actually get the long rest, but it is it's not without its drawbacks.
Man, it feels like somebody was trying to rip my arm off in that when we were sleeping.
Yeah,
Is my arm still there?
Is who?
Is my arm still there, Chris?
Your arm is still there, yes.
Is my
But where
tattoo
your
still
name... No, it's not. You can see where your tattoo has been sort of scraped away. Like, it looks like you've also got 2 little fang marks as well, where the tattoo should be. Like you've been bitten in your sleep.
I knew it. Look, that Lord Buffon guy. He. Do I remember I had a tattoo?
Yes.
I do. I
You
knew it.
do.
That Lord Buffon guy. He took my tattoo off my own.
The what?
You all around you, you see this blonde-haired, muscular guy spouting about his tattoo.
Wait, do I recognize any of these people?
You look around. You vaguely recall the memories, but you have no recollection of any of their names.
Do I know my name?
No, you don't.
Why did you stop me from writing Vaike on my head? Oh my god.
I'm afraid everyone in this room has completely forgotten their name. And
Oh.
Ed, you're
Oh,
seeing
no.
this, you're realizing this more than anyone, the symptoms of uncertainty across people's faces. But it's not just yourself. Sorry, it's not just them not remembering you. You don't even remember them. And I suppose during your dream sequence, you would have seen obscurity. And it's especially since they were at the carnival, and yet the memory of that scene plays out slightly differently, where when she talks to you, she recalls exactly what Notus said, but in a mocking tone. Where Notus said, "We're your friends. You'll always have us." Well, let's see how you manage without their names. And then you hear the sound of a snip, like the shutting of scissors collapsing around your scene, and it like severs it, and you sort of wake up sharply, almost as if you've been stabbed by a pair of scissors in the back of your mind.
Baird, I think,
Who?
weirdly, I'm not gonna be able to pretend like I don't know my character's name. Don't try to make me do so.
Hey, to be fair, Baird is not his name.
It isn't.
That's true.
So the idea of taking Baird as a name wouldn't be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
No, I know. You've already had your name lost. What's happened now is the others' names have been taken. And it looks as though you can't remember your own friends. You definitely feel they are your friends, but you just can't place their name. And as such, it makes most of the memories of them sort of fragmented and loose.
I think Baird having to deal with the repercussions of this all this time. He stands up, he brushes himself off and goes. He just calmly goes, "Well, something's happened and we have to deal with it." And he points at everyone and he points and goes, "Clown, Blondie, Greenie."
Blondie. Whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm blonde. If anything, I should be blonde.
I can't put names to any of that.
Yeah, that's all based on color. Well, we're more than just a color, all right? I think I should have a cool name, right? Like, you know what's something that's cool? Like, call me like Thaddeus or something, you know? I think that's a cool name.
That's stupid.
Dude, you're wearing clown face paint. Who are you?
I'm Blondie.
You're Blondie.
You're
Okay.
Blondie.
You're Blondie. Okay, well, I'm Thaddeus, so why don't you calm down, Blondie? All right. Let's call you Chicken Man because you look like a chicken. We'll call you the little chicken. The little frog, we'll call him Kermit. And
Wait, are Chicken Man and Little Chicken two different people? Who's
Yes!
Chicken Man? Who's Little
Chicken
Chicken?
Man is the big one, and little chicken is the little chicken.
Who's the big chicken?
Chicken Man. There's Lord Buffon, who I'm calling Little Chicken. Lord Buffon, the little chicken, and the Chicken Man, which is the one that's talking to us.
I'm like, who's the other chicken?
And we'll call the lady with the bug mask. What do you want to be called? I don't know. You're kind of scary. I don't want to give you a name.
And
And our
she gets a
options
choice,
are
and everyone
either-
else is a chicken.
Because I'm scared of her. The rest of you guys look like pushovers, but she's got this like weird aura to her, you know? She looks like she'll kill me.
And you can see straight through their eyes. Through,
Yeah.
Like a hollow. Straight through the back of their head.
What should we call you?
Something has happened. Our memories are affected.
The only thing I remember... What do I remember? I remember I'm a pit fighter. I think I was like the terrifying tantrum or something like that. I
That
don't
sounds
remember.
like your name, yeah, the Terrified Tantrum.
Terrifying transformer. I don't know.
I think you're just stealing my thing, because that's what I was.
Baird is going to think to himself. Baird is going to open. He's going to throw down the portable hole.
Oh no, my conch.
I'm going to go into my hat box inside the portable hole, which is in an extra dimensional space. And I'm going to pull out my my map with the doodles of everybody and their names on it.
Oh.
They are, all of them, shrouded in shadow. You can see there is something written there, and yet there's this looming darkness over the names, blocking your vision of them.
I'll summon my echo. And we'll call you Thaddeus too. I don't know.
How original.
Daddy.
Look, are we gonna have
Daddy
a problem,
do.
dude?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I bet it was you punching me in my sleep.
I bet it was. You sound like you need a punch.
Oh, really?
Really? Look, I don't know what your problem is, but I just woke up in a pile of people. You know, not the first time that's happened, but the last time it happened.
You're a freak.
Hey, look at you.
Guys, maybe we just be friends and we try to work this out amicably. Okay. And
Who's saying that?
Who's that?
That's me. I'm Kermit.
It's Kermit. I don't even know who you are.
He looks like a Vaike.
Oh, that's very hurtful. And I'll just go in the corner and cry.
Oh, I'm sorry,
come back,
Kermit. I'm sorry, Kermit.
You.
I'll step out. Where am I? How did I get here? Dude, I feel like I got hit really hard. My head's all foggy.
I'm sure I did that to you.
Baird speaks up again. Our memories are affected.
I feel like my memories aren't affected. I feel like I remember. I just want to fight, and I went out partying with some people. And now I don't remember. I don't know how I got here. Where are all these? There's giant spiders?
Yes.
As you kind of come out and you're touting this, you do hear a voice, small voice, saying, "Oh, not again. You two-leggers are all so boring. It's wake up, what's my name, freak out, and then you eat food and go to bed." And you see this exasperated voice seems to be coming from a little fox that's pruning themselves.
Just
and has clearly been eavesdropping in the conversation.
I've I'm sorry that this is somewhat familiar.
Yes, you're not the first ones. That's for sure.
Not quite.
The other one, there's a half-orc that's been here for at least 3 days now.
Mm,
I thought they were
No
starting
shit.
to get used to the place, but looks like they had a terrible nightmare last night.
it would seem that we need to
Yeah.
deal with whatever the hell is causing this.
I need to
Hell?
get a meal
No.
first.
More like
Then
whatever
what-
the Fae is dealing with. Anyway, I'm going to go and enjoy my morning story. And you see them, as well as a bunch of other critters, sort of appearing and gathering around the main hall. And I guess they could kind of bump into Garreth, I guess. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, hello.
Hmm.
Morning to you.
Greetings.
It's
Well,
already story time?
I think so.
Oh, let's get rest.
Well,
Or
we're early,
do
but
I
I
remember the
couldn't
rest?
miss. You come out and yeah, you see. you
You
see
see-
Chicken Man, Thaddeus, Blondie, Kermit, Scary
You-
Girl.
You'd
But-
see that
Hmm?
looks more annoyed than anything else.
But they are exactly how you picture them in the book that you're writing. Garreth, you know your name. You have not had any horrible dreams or anything of the sort. And whilst you know their names, you also know that that doesn't feel right. That they aren't those names. It's
And
as though there's a
They,
disconnect.
they are the people, but they're not the name. The name in the book might be a pen name, a pseudonym, something.
Yeah, you more associate their names with the characters in your book rather than the names of the actual person. So when you think like Vaike or Ulric or Notus, you actually think, oh yeah, the characters in my book. You don't think the people standing in front of you.
Okay. Well, I
And
say
yet they
okay, but-
absolutely are clearly here and real. And if anything, it feels more like what Jan Spinner said is true. It's like the characters in your book have become real and were born as a result of writing them in there.
Nah, we're just a bunch of cosplayers.
Wait, did
Yeah.
you
Big
escape from my
fans.
story?
Big fans.
When did
We're
that
big
happen?
fans.
Sorry, go on, Gareth.
So, wait, did you escape from my story? When did that
No.
happen?
Who are you?
I'm Garreth.
Okay,
was-
well at least this
I
one
was
has
writing a
name.
story with Jarn Spinner. Or rather, I was telling him about a story I was writing. Why are you
Wait,
here?
was I in your book?
Well,
You see
there,
tiny little
yes.
etiquette. Oh,
Yeah, there was a part where the big one was having an eating competition, and you were there, eating against him.
Did I win?
okay.
You were tying very closely until the end.
Of course you won. Look at you.
You did great.
Hmm.
Oh,
You see the
and
half-orc
then,
also
and then there
emerge.
was, what's it called?
Hmm.
There was a tavern where we met you again.
I doubt I'm even in your book.
Well, there was a black chicken in that tavern.
You sure?
Reading it from a book.
Juniper says, "Whoo, whoo," multiple times.
Oh,
They even gesture towards themselves. Ooh.
Well,
And
not
they look a little sad.
sure. I mean, there was a smaller one.
Ooh.
You?
Just motioning towards the hole. I think we all need to go deal with the problem down there. I think this has more to do with that. I think faffing around with all this is not very useful.
well, I don't faff around, all right? I'm trying to get my bearings. And what are we doing here? Well, do I know what I'm doing here?
Well, wait. Now, if we're gonna continue the story, we or you are supposed to go in the hole and find something to fix the printing press.
I'm going to
find
grab
another
this
book.
person by the arm and drag him into the hole with us.
Okay.
Wait,
Come on,
wait.
You
everyone.
do spot the. All right.
We're
we
moving
jumping in
fast.
okay,
holes.
You're doing it.
Dude.
You're doing it. You're jumping in.
Dude, we're moving too
What
fast.
are you scared, Thaddeus, to jump in a hole? You could sit this one out and we could go deal with it.
I don't even know you people.
Uh-oh.
What's happening?
Looks like you're the big chicken now.
Am I the only one with a head on their shoulders that's thinking right now? Dude, I remember I was back home in the haymaker fighting, and now I'm here. I don't even know what's happening. How did I get here?
Yeah, same here. I was in the haymaker fighting. Now I'm here. Now I'm jumping
Was I
in a. I think I fought you and I beat you. You want to test
know.
it? Jump in the hole with me and let's go find out.
I'm gonna shove him in the hole. I'm gonna tackle him into the hole.
You guys were falling
Contested
like
athletics.
fighting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta be an 18.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. Pretty low, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh wow! No, there it is. Ah!
And to be
You are
honest, I
absolutely
very much cannot
scared.
keep up not saying my character. I cannot keep up with that.
That's fine. Out of character, you can say it. But in character,
It
you have no
works.
idea.
No, I'm Thaddeus.
The
You have to refer to me as
yeah,
Thaddeus.
that is.
Doesn't matter. It's been 43
Gary-
episodes of Vaike.
Is Scary Girl jumping down? That's you, Notus.
Just told to jump, so I jump.
There she goes. And I guess this giant toad, who hasn't been
Oh,
named
no!
yet, will follow you as well. Is there a name for this giant toad?
Toad.
Toad. Oh.
Toad?
Toad.
No. We should name him something cool like Eater of Worlds or something.
Nipple.
Okay.
No. Slipnir.
The half-orc looks like they wanted to shout something to you guys as you all jump down. They're like, never mind, forget it. But yeah, they jump down. I guess I think Juniper will also, unless sort of told what to do. I think Juniper's sort of hanging back here as well. Oh man. Okay.
Aww.
Let's get to it then. Unless you want Juniper to come down.
I mean,
I know you
We
were
need to give him a name.
you were like you were debating whether she could get out or not, but that's.
We'll leave her up top.
I guess in the confusion, she is kind of left behind. Yeah. All right. Okay, jumping down into the underground.
if she should be down here, just bring her down here with us. If she shouldn't, that's fine.
I think, given the like
are you gonna
circumstances,
join us?
Raspberry, they don't know who you're talking to or referring to. But I think in the confusion, I think you guys end up leaving her behind in this instance. Okay.
I mean, it was
As you
named after
descend down.
fruits,
It's
and it can't
not
be
a name,
Juniper
though.
because that's the name in my book. That can't be.
Exactly. They're just cosplayers. Alright, sorry. So, as you descend, falling further down, all the way into the underground. The ground is actually very soft. When you basically land, you bounce up and off the web and come to a halt in a big pile again. And looking around you, this cobweb tunnel seems to stretch around the corner and turn sharply to the right. At which point you see there is a labyrinth of tunnels and irregular chambers deep under here.
Oh no.
It seems like numerous... Yeah, this is apparently the realm where the boy who refused to grow up was tossed.
The book was tossed.
At least
Oh,
the
yeah.
at least the ending was like it was ripped out and tossed down here, scattered throughout the catacombs. Yeah, as you get up, you kind of a little bit sticky, a little bit web stuck to you guys, but you've made it safely to the bottom nonetheless.
I won, right?
Would someone light a torch, please?
Whoa, 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 we're in a tunnel full of spider webs. I think a torch is not the play. Probably.
I cannot see.
I cannot see either, but I don't. We got any other source of light?
No.
There's two beady eyes in Clapperclaw's skull, but apart from that, there's no light.
All right, light a torch. If we go up in flames, we go up in flames. This day can't get any weirder.
Bear to pull out the wind-up key and use it on the torch.
Okay, so you have like an animated torch.
Yeah.
Okay, let me bring out your tiny... God. Animated... No. Servant. Wind up servant, that's all it's called. Right, we got it. Let me give them light. Torch is like 80 dim, 40 bright, I think. So your animated torch jumps down, looks around, gives a little wave, and you should be able to see now.
Wait.
I'll have them follow you.
Shouldn't we have thrown down some paper first?
Oh, yeah.
They were supposed to do it overnight.
Yeah. From the top of the hole, you see a book fly down, and Snug says, Vaike says apparently you forgot this. And then it just thuds.
Oh.
Thuds on Ulric's head.
No.
I appreciate your gift, Fulgate.
He says it's okay. In the book is pages filled with poisonous words.
I'll get it.
God, who would say all this stuff?
I know. So
Makes
much
me sick.
sanity. Of course it'd make you sick. Words seem like they'd hurt you.
You know what they do?
I could tell. You give off that expression.
Thanks.
Everyone stay close.
I'm gonna go forward without everybody.
Uh-oh. Mr. Thaddeus, I think you should stay together.
Little chicken. Stay close.
I'm
Well, the
staying
chicken
away
catches up.
I'm staying away from the scary girl. It feels like she's peering into my soul.
Clapperclaw is yet to be assigned a name. They are sort of
We'll
mystery.
call you Deer.
Strawman.
Bony.
Bony deer? Bony strawy deer? Which one?
Straw Deer Bone.
Straw deer bone. You got it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. As you move around the corner and all across these like sticky florals, and yes, the torch is a little bit wary that everything is flammable. and probably tries to keep away from the walls.
I don't have
You-
much choice on not whether or not I use a torch here.
Hmm. In the distance, in their death throes, there is a 8-legged spiderling. It's like all their legs are like coiled together, and it's on its back.
Is it already
And it
dead,
does not-
or is it...
Does not appear to be moving in the slightest.
Oh.
It's
Pay attention and look for anything. We're here to kill the worms and
We're-
probably figure out whatever is messing with our heads.
We're not
My
here
head
to
feels
kill.
fine.
We're here
Just a little
to
hungover.
find the books. Oh, I saw something.
I think we should all split up, go down different paths.
We absolutely should not do that.
Poke. Poke.
Mm-mm. Yeah, you poke the body, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It is kinda stiff, and well, would you like to try and determine the cause of death?
Could I?
Mm-hmm. Can either roll a medicine check or an investigation.
Medicine it is. It
There's
died
no
because
obvious
of
blunt
a
force trauma.
heart
None
attack.
of its bones look broken.
Sorry, heart failure. It's
Could
definitely
be.
heart. It's
Uh,
definitely heart failure.
No, weirdly, this might not even be a dead spider. It could be a molt. Because it feels light. It feels as though it's probably just the skin or shedding of something. And as you look closer, you do actually see the part of the central body where it would have cracked open and had it like where it began the shed. And spiders do molt.
Yeah. Okay.
You,
It might have gone this way.
girl
Alright,
with the
I'll go
blue
that way.
hair.
Hmm.
No scary girl?
What do you remember?
What do I remember?
You know these are your friends, your allies. You just can't place a name to them each. But if anything, you do remember their auras, their personalities, their colors. They all seem to be in place. Nothing has changed there. So if anything, we know when someone said naming people by color, you could have very, very clearly assigned them a color, and that would have made more sense than anything. But it's mainly their names. That's the biggest piece that's missing.
But do
It
I
does-
remember
it
like
does
our
'cause of-
journey here and everything we've been through?
Yeah. Yeah, for the most part, yes. It feels a little jumbled, not knowing their names, right? So it's hard to place a character specifically in every event, but
Mhm.
you know the events.
Okay. So I know why we're down here.
Yes. Absolutely, yeah. Everything is intact. It's just you just couldn't say who did what at what given time. Garreth can. Like he explained how Ulric won the contest. You remember there was an eating contest. You just don't remember like who it was who won, who it was who participated, etc.
Okay.
Well, whichever way we go, we should all stay together. Which way do we go first?
This way.
Stop running ahead. You're going to get yourself killed.
I have never died,
Oh.
and I will never die.
I could always have the toad eat him.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I'd be a mouthful for that guy.
He's done it
So
before.
watch out. I
That
highly
sounds
doubt
right.
it.
Oh, I found another one. It's this way.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
coming around the corner, there is another dead spider, all clutched up, like stiff, and on their back.
Oh, is this?
And this This one seems to have something like a satchel loosely hung around their body, and it's now flat on the ground, laying there.
What's in the satchel? Is it a typewriter set?
You open up the satchel, and indeed, there does appear to be small little square typesets with letters on them. And in this bag, you see the letters D, N, Y, W, and E.
D-N-Y-W-E.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
And
weird word.
on the satchel, there is also a number that looks like someone has painted on with ink. Right? They've just grabbed like they've dipped their finger in ink and then just wrote a 1 on it.
Wendy.
Yeah. Oh, wasn't that's Will's friend?
Perhaps. Baird will pull out the portable hole and go, we could put it in here. Won't get
Yeah.
lost.
Okay, from there. Let's do it. Yep.
Okay. Pop it in the portable hole. This spider seemingly has the same situation going on. They look like they might be a molt, Garreth.
Mm-hmm.
Notice you would see very clearly that the thing that has bubbled up in Baird is this deep and intense frustration that he normally would be hiding underneath many other things. But
Off in the distance, bizarrely, sticking out of the wall, looks to be a cross-section of wooden poles. And hanging on one pole is like this fabric all rolled up. And at the top of the straight pole looks like a circular kind of basket affixed to it.
like
Does
a
it
massive
look-
ship.
Does it look akin to the mast of Red Ship?
That does, yeah. And you've seen ships before. It does resemble a crow's nest.
But the rolled up fabric, is it the same color as Red Ship?
Is it the same color? No, I wouldn't say so. No.
Aw.
Could
Probably
I pull up Adage and sort of instinctually hold out my hand to pull it forward and cut the sail free to see if there's anything inside of it?
Yes, you can. Yeah,
Using the
that is
maid
sort of
hand,
floats up
just
there,
instinctually.
cuts it open. It unrolls, but it doesn't appear to have anything up inside of it, I'm afraid. It's empty. But you can see where the mast looks like it's emerging from. It's stuck into the webbed wall, and it seems to either connect to something further in. The web's built up around it. This doesn't look like it's snapped off. It feels sturdy. Feels like it's still fixed to the actual boat itself.
Okay. Pulling
Jack,
Adage back.
I saw.
Hmm?
Okay. Jack scouted out round a corner and they saw a bunch of tents and teepees.
Oh, it's connected.
All covered in web, yeah.
As a note, Bear does have his rape here drawn this entire time.
Okay.
He looks ready to fight something.
Jack says, "Hey, there was several tents back there. Looked like they were made of canvas and hide,
Should we
kind
head
of like
back
jumbled
that
up in a
direction?
web." Yeah, I heard like a little rustling sound coming from one of the
Mhm.
bigger tents,
Mm,
but it kind of yeah. There's a
perhaps we
leather
should head
flap
back.
though. It kind of conceals the top, so I can't see in it.
Mm, I could pull it open.
We can check.
Can I try to stealth to get closer?
Wait, what's happening? Where are we going?
Okay, in this
Uh,
area, there are a bunch of tents, teepees.
Okay, let's go together. Right? That's
okay,
that's
if you
what
want to
we're
go
doing.
stealthily, you can roll
Um.
stealth.
Ooh, about that.
Oh
Not a
no.
good start.
Someone's got some. Someone's got some heavy metal boots.
Oh,
It is soft webbing, but that might also be what's kind of a little bit
I-
catching you off guard.
Am
I-
I still at
You got like
disadvantage, right?
I would say it's more that
Yeah.
Baird is seething. Like he is angry.
Mm-hmm. Thought as much.
Well,
Okay.
I'll be in.
Adios
I'll be up
to
front.
catching up.
I'll be up front because I am.
Blondie
Frontliner.
is the big one.
Blondie is the big one. I'm Thaddeus.
Okay.
That a Blondie behind me. I don't want your beautiful face getting
Uh,
hurt.
Could I use the mage hand to pull the flaps open?
Thanks.
Yes, you can.
Dude, one fireball would
you
absolutely
get-
destroy us.
It would. Thankfully, though, it doesn't appear as though this is some powerful wizard. When the flap is pulled back, you see there is a man. He looks to be missing his left arm, and yet there is no signs of blood or trauma. It just appears as though his arm simply didn't exist. And he is wearing a big feathered ceremonial outfit and clings desperately to a dagger. And as he spots you, he kind of like rears back with the dagger.
I hold up my hands in the universal symbol of like peace. I hold up my hands, going, "Stop!"
He speaks in an unknown language, but you see fear, terror coming from Aura, their emotions.
Taking a
But
deep
you
breath,
see,
could I try to
Mhm.
play a calming song?
yes, you can roll a performance check.
I will.
Oh my
bar-
god,
no,
the
I
double
will.
that was.
I will. I will canker recall.
Okay,
If I not one here, that should tell
it's
you
not
how.
meant to be. That's how angry
Do
he
it.
is.
Do it. Oh.
Do
It sounds like you have to. It looks as though at first you have to calm yourself, Chicken Man, because you too seemingly are pent up with this frustration and anger. And you take a deep breath, center yourself, and before any more hostilities emerge, you begin playing this calm, soothing song. And it is enough that you see he lowers his guard and pulls himself out of the tent and stands before you all. And that's when you kind of get a better look at the hole in his arm. And it's very reminiscent of how Notus's eyes are just these voids. So if you look
Mhm.
at it from a straight on angle, it's as if you're looking straight through it and at the wall on the other side of them.
Using my robe like I did with rage. Can I, using prestidigitation as like a thing to cast? I will sort of display like us, like we're going after some like group going after monster in hole. We've turned the corner. We found him, like friendly guy, and like offer help, like using imagery rather than language. Using the robe's ability to recolor and rechange its pattern with the casting of cantrips and spells.
He seems to hang his head kind of low and looks around at the rest of the tents. And he sits down cross-legged here, where there looks to be like a makeshift campfire that he's made. It's basically just a bunch of rocks to contain a fire, and he crosses his legs, sits down, and you can see he rests a longbow at his feet as well. And he just sort of prods through the ashes for a moment with a stick, or perhaps one of the arrows, actually.
He's a hunter.
And-
He lost an arm. I understand.
And as you're getting closer, Garreth, and looking down,
Mhm.
you see he's not just prodding at the ashes, he's also trying to draw in them.
Mm.
And he looks to draw out this kind of it's like a stick figure what he's drawing, but it's a many-legged, long, tapered insect with long antennas. And then he kind of like points at the mandibles on this thing, and then points at his arm.
Oh.
That would be likely what messed with our heads.
Well,
Mm.
the thing in your head, the thing in your dreams,
Wait.
sort of had
Oh, no.
8 legs.
Oh, this is more.
This seems to have.
Oh my
This looks more.
god.
This looks
I
more
get
like
it.
centipede-like. You do? You get it? What do you get?
I get it. I understand.
Since when do you understand dream stuff? Oh.
I open up the can I pull out an example of a key like from the typeset and show it to him and essentially motion to see if he's
Look.
seen anything like it?
He looks at it and goes, "Oh, And again, he says something in an unknown language, but he reaches into his tent and pulls out another bag, with this time with a 3 written on it.
A 3?
Can I look inside?
Oh. Yeah, he empties it for you, and inside you see a bunch of different letters. These are the letters in that typeset.
Oh my god. What does it say?
The rest of you, he kind of stands up and gives a more formal greeting and holds up his hand and says, "How?"
I imitate.
Oh, well, we just jumped down. That's how we got here. Yeah, the big hole. That's how. He kind of tilts his head at the young little pumpkin. He kind of gives you a nod as well, Notus, seeing that you've kind of got a bow and arrow on your back. Perhaps just a sign of respect to a fellow hunter, maybe. Or just the fact that you're proficient with a bow.
I just give a nod back.
And it seems also this man, he gestures to himself and says, "Kono." And like pats his chest.
Of the same, Thaddeus.
Hmm. Oh. You go.
I'm just a bard.
And you say that, but he looks at you and smiles and gestures to his own feathers, like the big feathered headdress, and then gestures to your like big flop of hair. Like he seemingly appreciates the big styled headdress of feathers.
Sort of looking at these typefaces, he looks up and like he throws up a thumbs up because he doesn't really know how to communicate with this situation.
Mm-hmm. Nonetheless, he does look like he's still on guard against other threats, and he kind of peers down the tunnel behind you, and then looks behind himself as well, and keeps eyes on these webbed tunnels further beyond.
Oh, both?
And again, he says sort of something akin to like, "Be ready."
Hmm. Okay. Can I use prestidigitation to make some drawings on the teepee?
Yeah, you can make some symbols appear.
Then I will create a series of symbols. One is like my hand and my head, and then
Mm-hmm.
two hands shaking each other, and then will.
Hmm. He looks at that for a moment, and then looks back at you as if just sort of with this expression of like, how do you know that person? But he does point to it and say, "Will."
He knows.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
And then I will make him an open book. To
Okay.
sort of answer his glance. And then
Sorry, say that again.
well, to as a response to his glance to how do we know
Yeah.
him?
Right. You make a book, and
A
at
book,
that point,
an
there's
open
kind of a
book.
look of recognition. Yeah, and he kind of nods, and he points to himself, and gestures into the book as well,
Mhm.
and says, "Kono Inkondunga,"
Okay.
and points to the book.
And then I'll make another image of him and me, and then also the shaking hands symbol.
Mm.
Friend?
Friend. He repeats.
Yeah.
He seems to understand that.
And then I'll tell, we help Kono. We help you get home. And then point to book.
He nods, as if very affirmatively, like he wants to go home. And you see him kind of almost longingly look towards the other tents as well. And it seems like his lip kind of quivers for a moment. And then he points back at the thing he's drawn in the ashes of that fireplace.
Ooh. And then I'll create a small map of the area with the 4 exits and then ask, And then above it, the beast, and then I'll point to the exits where it's coming from.
Hmm.
Questioning.
Doesn't seem to quite understand what
Yeah.
you're saying, but he does raise like a bow and arrow towards this tunnel here,
Hmm.
and the way you came as well, the tunnel down here.
We came from this way.
Well, he points in this direction then.
Okay. So I'll point to the image, the drawing that he made, and then
Yeah.
points towards that way. So we go, and I move that direction.
And he puts his fingers to his lips and says, hush. And
Oh.
he seems to get low, and you can see him carefully transitioning weight from one foot to another so as not to try and make much noise. But, yeah. Okay.
Do we roll again?
The web here, yes, you can. The webbing here is obscuring your view in the distance, and you do need to cut the web away to get into this tunnel.
Yeah, can I? You know, that's 3. I will point out that's 3 8s. Garreth
Wow,
and Bear just
okay.
rolled 3 8.
So, yeah.
All right, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I will.
Gonna
That's 3 too many.
I'll bring out adage and just slowly like pull it along.
cut it away.
Yep.
Yeah, Kono will help as well. He seemingly pulls back the web so it doesn't just fall back and drape into your face, allowing you to sort of sneak forward. And then he kind of draws his bow and arrow and tries to get a vision down the hallway for a clear shot, but it does kind of twist and turn down there.
Where's my? He needs to be.
And
Come
are
on,
you going
Blondie.
stealthily as well, or at least attempting to, Thaddeus?
Oh, Thaddeus will try his hardest to stealth.
Okay. Alrighty.
Disadvantage. Whoa.
Hey,
Thaddeus
no,
is the
not bad actually.
Oh, way better
10
than
for
Blondie.
Blondie
That's
there.
I
for
think
sure.
I got the same. I think that's what I rolled last time
Same
too.
roll? Okay.
Blondie.
Your
this is why you
horns
gotta
are like.
stop eating.
Imagine you're quite tall and your horns are like scraping across the top of the tunnel, and it's just ripping and tearing all the webbing. It's just like whoosh. So,
Caught on
so
everything.
yeah, it's just getting caught. All right. The sounds from down the tunnel you occasionally hear are this sort of slight buzzing sound, like a
Ooh.
and
Oh no.
as you get just around the corner with Jack, you spot this large abdomen with a pin, like a sharp pin of a needle stabbing into something on the ground. You see large wings fluttering, and as it's fiddling around with this body, you see that it is indeed another dead spider that's coiled up here, and the typeset is stuck in the wall here, covered in web. Can't tell what number it is because it's so obscured.
There's a 15. Or
Okay, 15. Mm-hmm. So it hasn't noticed the majority of you. But it sort of does twitch when it hears like the ripping sound of Ulric kind of heading down the tunnel.
Can you pull it down?
Are we doing this?
I think so.
oh no. I guess
I do have to go shortly. I'm just prepping you now.
it will be a short fight. to be down in like a 6 rounds.
I
It's
don't
only
think it will take
5.
10 minutes. That's true. It's
No,
only a
no, I'm
fly.
just
He
letting
says,
you guys
"All right,
know. It's the 10-minute mark.
All right.
okay. Well, let's quickly roll for initiative.
Oh, well,
Seems
I
like you've
can't
got
do
the drop on
something.
it.
Or we hit. Oh, are we gonna get a surprise round?
Yeah, this is the surprise round.
Oh, perfect.
So you'll get the drop on it now. You can decide who goes first in what order. You don't have to go by what's on the turn order right here.
Because I can pull it down.
So if
we
you
need
did have
that.
something, yeah. Okay, cool. I think that's everyone but Kermit. Okay, so I'll just ask Garreth, since you're at the front, what do you want to do?
Oh, Kermit.
Uh,
Yeah, we can sort of catch up here.
you know what? I am just gonna make sure everyone can see it clearly.
Gonna fairy fire it. Wow, and that one, yeah, it is completely caught off guard. And
Yes,
although it looks like it would be incredibly fast in the air, it is covered in the fairy dust.
Mm-hmm.
And it's now glowing
Tarantula
a.
hawk.
Mm-hmm.
Giant tarantula hawk. Oh my god, that is terrifying.
That's
Yes, it
really
is.
bad.
Hey, Blondie, why don't you go hug it?
Kill it.
No, I'm good. You know,
as
you're the strong one. You're the fighter.
I am. There is no
As-
light though.
soon as well, it's actually
What?
giving off light now.
It's giving
Okay,
light.
cool.
It's
There it
giving
goes.
dim
There it
light
goes.
now.
There it goes.
So here you go. I'll give you that. What color is it? What do you want to glow it up as?
What's a fairy tale color? It's gonna be red.
Pink it is. Okay,
pink,
right.
pink. Oh yeah, pink.
You-
Pink works better.
Perfect. You hear the sound of their wings suddenly vroom, get incredibly loud. Its form lifts up and it's flittering around in the air, trying to maybe shake free this dust. And as it turns around to see you, its skull-like carapace and head have just these void-like eyes looking towards you. And it's where it would have little mandibles, there's like these sharp, pointy teeth. And it is now aware of your position here, but you still have the drop on it.
If I, have the
I
ability
hate
to go,
that.
if I have the
I
ability
hate
to go
that.
next, I will try to get it out of the air.
Okay.
Nope.
How will one do? Let's save, isn't it, for this thing? Oh, you're just pulling it down. All right, well, that'll
I'm
work.
pulling it down.
Yeah, you yank it down to from your angle. Is it like how far do you pull it? 10 feet, right?
10
Is it
feet,
20?
10 feet.
10
I'm pretty
feet.
Sure.
All right. I will say then it's pulled down at an angle, so it's only 5 feet up in the air. So it is within striking distance. But yeah, you've yanked it down and away from the wall. And everyone else can kind of get a clearer shot on it as well, as it's now visible down the tunnel.
Perfect.
So,
am I really scared of this thing? Nah, I'm fine. I'll stand.
Oh yeah, you're.
I don't want to use
good?
my action surge. Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Kill
Okay,
it,
Blondie.
I did my job. Blondie, do something.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. Rah. I'm gonna get angry.
Get angry. Good idea.
Whoa, wait. What is? I don't know what this one is. What did I even? I rolled an 8. Bolt of light shoots from your chest. Another creature of your choice. You can see them must succeed on Constitution saving throw. Take 1d6 radiant and be blinded. Okay, I'm gonna shoot my Iron Man chest beam at the giant tarantula.
Maximum.
Oh my!
Yeah.
I've never. Ooh,
Like
we've not seen this
Aw.
work before. Does it take half damage from the bolt of light?
I don't think so. Let me see.
Then
It
it doesn't say
He
it.
just gets
Okay.
two for
No.
free.
Yeah, it doesn't say. I
Does-
assume just nothing happens if it succeeds. And then until
Okay,
my rage
yeah,
ends, I can
in
just
that case-
keep using this, I guess.
The light
That's
doesn't
cool.
seem to reflect off of any of its eyes. It's just this hollow, sunken skull. Maybe it doesn't have vision at all. But you still got your attacks. They'll be reckless, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm going.
Alright.
Oh, is it? Is it up? It's down, right?
Yeah, it's in your range.
It pulled
I
down,
think
yes.
I think I was
You
just
should
like,
have.
too far away.
Yeah, this isn't actually a gridded
Oh.
map. So just get up close as you can to strike it. That'll do the job. Nice, that's 2 solid hits.
Also,
Ooh,
you
you
don't
hear
need
its
to roll
body crunch.
reckless because it's glowing in the dark.
Oh yeah, it's fairy fire. So you
Oh,
don't need to
true.
go reckless.
Oh yeah, that is true. It's true.
It's okay. I'll give
hey,
it a
it's still
chance.
Thanks.
Uh-huh.
All right, Notus.
Okay, well, I can't see it from here, so I'm going to have to move up. But is there enough room in this corridor?
There's space over here.
That is not
not
for
important.
Toad, not for Mischief.
All right, I'm
You
going to
could dismount and get in there. You still have advantage on all the attacks anyway, so you shouldn't need Mischief. But yeah, giant insect is within reach. You can shoot it.
Mm-hmm.
Put it down, please.
Bullet
You
You're
don't want to get
afraid of
stung
the
by this
bug.
thing.
Oh, you have advantage because of the fairy fire, so.
Oh,
Yeah, you should do.
let me roll that again. Hold on.
Okay, well, that definitely hits. All right.
Is
Why
it
is
that?
it not rolling?
Okay, perfect.
And I get my second attack as well, right?
Yep, go ahead. Make that. Oh, I know why.
Why is it not letting me roll?
Is it
with
because the torch is an enemy?
Because the torch.
Torch is
Oh.
an
It's the
enemy.
tiny servant. There we go. As soon as I made it friendly, it.
Yep.
Okay, the second is a solid hit too, and its body is being racked with arrows, bolts rather. It looks very dead, nearly. Like one more solid hit, and this thing's probably dead, and it might not even get a turn. So Kermit or Baird can maybe finish it.
Honors
Well,
to
It's
you.
up in the air,
Bird.
right?
5 feet up.
No, it's fallen down.
That's all.
Yeah, it's all like tangled up.
Baird will run up and, probably in the most brutal way you've seen Baird do it, he is going to.
Try and stab. Damn, that would have been a really good hit too. Unless you've
I'll
got
use my
anything you want to
heroic.
add to that.
I'll use my heroic.
Heroic. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. It'd be one roll though.
I wasn't trying to roll it twice, but it's fine. It's whatever. don't think I can do
What is it?
anything.
An 8 plus
Yeah, that's
plus
the
2 plus
13.
3, so you got like a 13. Yeah. Still just barely a miss, I'm afraid.
It's fine.
Alright, Kermity Frog.
Kermity.
Honors Bird.
Kermit,
Bird, you got anything else to do?
there's not much room.
Or
I can push it 5 feet.
no, it's fine because Kermit is going to. He's gonna do his leap, and he's gonna leap in the air and come down. 3-point superhero landing, just like we practice. Come on, Kermit.
Yeah, that'll work. If he connects, then
Hell yeah,
Oh.
Kermit! Hell
Fairy
yeah.
Fire makes this solid. Oh, it's nearly dead.
That's it.
One last hit. He's not got his second attack yet, has he?
He does not have multi attack.
No.
Nope.
He soon,
Uh-oh.
but
The
Not
tiny
right now.
servant
Okay,
can
it
make
looks.
an attack.
Oh, we got Jack. Come on, Jack.
Can.
Get in there, Jack.
Oh,
Tiny servant or Jack. Finish
Ah.
it.
Tiny, do you want to let your just roll a slam with your tiny servant if you want? Your wind-up servant. You'll need to like just roll it because there's so little room in here.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! What the hell? The tiny servant crits and kills it. Oh, jeez. Well, that will definitely finish the fight. As the tiny servant, how does it kill it? How does the wind-up servant want to do this?
I think it picks up on. I think that it is the fire is burning especially hot on this torch, as Baird is livid. He is not okay. As this torch just channels that and like just steps forward and crunches this thing's head with its like little foot, like just breaks its neck.
Oh god. Yeah, the body crunches to death, and you see its last twitching death throes. Its spiked abdomen is trying to stab into one of you, like getting that last little stab, but it finally stops twitching and goes, ending that combat. And
No.
before we end tonight's session, I'll give you the last little typeset here, which is
And I have a
actually written on it number 4, and it says it's got those letters in it. Sorry, go on, Vaike.
I just have a quick question. Does anybody know, or in character, do I know what torrential hawks do in character?
Nature
'Cause
check.
I know what they do. I know what they do in real life, but I don't know if Vaike knows what
Yeah,
they do.
yeah.
When I saw the
You can
thing,
roll
I
a nature
immediately knew what's going on.
When did I get? Is this right?
Garreth, you're not too sure.
I guess this
What's
is
right?
right. I have a +5 to my nature checks.
The fuck? How?
It might be Snicker Snipe.
Why do you have expertise in?
I don't know why I have
That's
expertise
not right.
in
No.
nature. That's why I was like, I looked at it,
No.
I'm like, I've never made a nature check before.
That
It may have been a misclick
ain't
because
right.
it's easy to like those
Yeah, I
side things.
don't.
I'm gonna
Unless you
use my
lock your sheet, yeah.
inspiration. Never mind. Damn
Yeah.
it.
Wait, no,
don't
even with the
know.
sheet locked. It may
Yeah,
have been
I
a
don't-
misclick. So what you accidentally may have done is clicked it and given yourself
Proficiency.
a nature proficiency.
Yeah, history
Yeah,
too. I do
that's
not
the
have
only
that
thing I
with
can think.
history. Okay.
Very bizarre.
Okay.
Still, what did you roll? A 12 plus nothing?
An 11 is what I would have rolled.
11. Okay. You can guidance that if you want, Garreth.
15.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard of tarantula hawks, and they're as terrifying as what it sounds like.
Yeah.
They prey on spiders. It is their natural spiders and tarantulas. This is their natural predator, and the way they breed is by impregnating their host, their paralyzed host, with a single egg, and usually that gestates and finally hatches into a new hawk, which then eats its way out and fly cycle all over again. They're a
Yep.
parasitic breeding creature.
So we'll put the invisible hole down, take that spider corpse out, and stomp it out, and then we'll stomp out every other spider corpse we find.
I have not put a spider corpse in the hole.
Is that not what we did?
Mm.
I put the pack in the hole.
Oh, I thought we put the spider corpse in the hole. Okay.
No,
You put the bag.
Okay. So we'll
And as you look,
we'll end the session,
over
but-
to the spider in the corner, yeah, you realize this isn't a molt, but rather the chest cavity
The
has
husk.
burst open, not from them shedding their skin, but from a hawk being burst.
Okay, so it's already.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
we will.
Oh, there's more.
We can expect 8 of them. 7 more. No, wait, 8 more, because one of them needs to lay the first egg.
Oh.
True.
And
And
we
we'll
gotta throw it
end
with that
tonight's
nasty
session
look.
on one last thing. Bizarrely, in the distance, you actually hear the gong of a bell, like a clock or something. Like you hear like dong, 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 and it echoes throughout the entire structure. All the catacombs seem to like reverberate. All the webs are shaking, and you hear the distant sort of sounds of skittering sound. But that's where we will end tonight's session. Yeah, thank you guys for playing. Thanks for watching. We'll tune